Welcome to Ultimate Autographs. If you're looking for the internet's most exciting and interactive live break room, you've come to the right place.
We're opening live break mystery boxes featuring the biggest names from across the sports world every single day.
If you're new to breaking with us, keep watching and we'll show you exactly how it all works.
First, head over to the live break page and look for a series that you want to play. Most of our series will have 8 spots representing the 8 NFL divisions.
But other sports breaks or mixers may vary. If you purchase one spot, you have a 1 in 8 chance to win memorabilia at an awesome value. Next, click Add to Cart to purchase your live break spot. Once you've completed your checkout, tune in to the next available Live Breaks broadcast on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at 9 a.m., noon, 3 p.m., or 6 p.m. Central Time any day of the week. As you watch, you'll see your name appear on the screen when your break begins. Your name will go into the randomizer, and the order will be randomized a specific amount of times based on that show's dice roll number. After randomization, the list of names of people who bought spots in that live break will be matched up with an NFL division. If the item that's pulled from the mystery box matches your division, congratulations. You just won an incredible piece of signed memorabilia at a fraction of the cost. Want to guarantee yourself an item instead of testing your luck? Check out the mystery box tab of our website for a variety of mystery box options. When you buy a mystery box, we'll ship it straight to your door, and some can be open on air at your request. While you're there, make sure to sign up for our Signature Club Rewards program. This exclusive club earns you points towards specific discounts, signed items, and prizes each and every time you buy at UltimateAutographs.com. The moment you've been waiting for has come. Let's break some signed memorabilia.
Happy Saturday afternoon, everybody. Welcome in to the Ultimate Autographs live break room, or Ultimate Entertainment. If you're tuning
Ultimate
in,
Sports Entertainment on Facebook.
Sports Entertainment on Facebook. So welcome in, guys. Chinmay to the left of me. I am now to the right of him over here in the host seat. June the 27th. Where's the time gone? Where's the time gone, man? Well more than halfway through this 2026 calendar year. But we are looking to continue to turn the page on the calendar of this break room because, man, what a morning show we had. Might not have seemed like the craziest because we did 6 boxes, but it was super entertaining.
Yeah.
All 6 were speed flexes. Of course.
5 speed flexes,
5,
one was golden tickets.
One was golden tickets, correct. One on the football, which we are being told to keep, Ronnie, so sorry about that, bud.
Yeah, unfortunately we cannot sign the footballs yet.
Yet. We're gonna try to work out a deal to see if we could.
I'm gonna work on that.
Gonna see some
I'm gonna put my limited negotiation skills to the test.
See if we can get some licensing on that Colts football there. So, again, one of the 5 speed flexes, we are obviously keeping out from the hit of the last show. One of the hits, Michael Vick on a absolutely gorgeous Kelly green visor with the forest green base for the Philadelphia Eagles, the former comeback player of the year. For Michael Vick, probably the most historic play of his career came with the Philadelphia Eagles. That Hail Mary, essentially, that essential throw to Deshaun Jackson. One of the most prominent plays of that decade. So awesome to have Michael joining with us here.
That game and that play was what allowed the Packers to get into to control their own destiny for the playoffs the year they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and that was what they took down the Bears, correct, in the NFC Championship game.
The Eagles beat the Giants.
Yes.
And then the following week, the Packers played the Giants at Lambeau. I was actually at that game.
Oh, dude, that's sick.
Packers won that game, and then they beat the Bears in the final week of the season to make the playoffs. And then they beat the Bears in the NFC Championship
game. Jay Cutler's still riding on that bicycle as we speak. So.
Caleb Haney still being picked off by BJ Raji.
Well, let's have ourselves a better performance that Caleb Haney had in the 2010 NFC Championship game. Unfortunately, not a very high bar to clear, but very happy for all of you guys to be with us. Make sure to hit that like button, hit that share button as well. We are live for 32 different shows, if y'all can believe it. And if you're a newbie, because I saw a couple new people actually buy into our pre-fill that we're about to do coming up very shortly in the single for those jerseys, let us know how you heard about us. And again, if you are somebody that's a longtime regular, I mentioned at the very, very top of the show just a few moments ago that we have just about, how many, we got, 30 days in a month, I believe, For June, we only got 30 days, and then July's got 31. Yep. Yeah. So, again, just 3 more days for you guys to be applicable for this for the month of June. Refer a friend program, very simple process for y'all to get into. $50 off of your first order of 100 or more, and you also get rewarded in 2 separate ways. The first, you get $50 in store credit. There's no such thing as getting some bad cash into your account. The second, you get a throwback Steve Young. On the side of the lid, guys, it's the 1968 to 1995 San Francisco 49ers logo. One of the most impactful players in San Francisco 49ers history. You can get him for free as you bring somebody into the break room. Chinmay, we've only had 7 people. Might have to update that ticker. We'll be able to update it this upcoming Monday. And again, we'll have that giveaway at some point this week. Alongside this as well, you get the top 3 place prizes, $250, $150. For UA gift cards, send a 60 to 90 second video at marketing@ultimateautographs.com. Be creative. Involve your kids, your pets, whoever it might be. Make it as creative and as fun as possible opening UA merch, and you'll have a chance to finish in our top 3 selections here. So we got our dice roll. We got our Chase wheel spin to talk about in a second. That is already predetermined, actually. But Chinmay, you've been rocking the number 9 all year long?
9 has been my go-to for 2026. So I'm gonna go with 9.
9 and feeling fine, my man. So let's see what we got. We had number 8, of course, in honor of Kyle Teal's first home run last night on the season for the Sox. And we're gonna run number 7. So to 7, a lot of people is the lucky number. Actually, fun fact. If you play Euroball, traditionally back in the day, I don't know how influential this is now, but 7 is a sign of greatness for people that played in Europe. Hence, a guy like Tony Kukoc coming over wearing the number 7 for the Chicago Bulls, a very, very lucky number for prominent European players. Den went with 10. Den, so very close, but so very far, my man. Colts all day, indeed, my friend. So let's get into things here. We got the dice roll. But guess what? The Chase wheel spin has also been determined as well. You can read that at the bottom of the screen, guys, before we get into this jersey single. I will ask for this number, however. One number for jersey number 19. So that is pretty self-explanatory there. Again, if you are new in this break, Marty Williams, Derek. Oh, man, you nailed this guy's last name on the head last time. Kahamanui? Derek Kahamanui. Remember Derek playing with us a few weekends ago?
Yeah, Kahananui.
Yeah. Awesome. There you go. Derek, good to see you again, my man. Daniel Pintaro, Braden Campbell, and Gene Rainier. Again, if I messed up any of those phonetically, please feel free to let me know. I know Gene was new because I saw him/her clean out the break coming into the show.
Yeah.
So again, if you're wondering what it means when I'm asking for a number, you're going to see through the ticker down at the bottom with Chinmay and I. If you were one of the people that I just mentioned that are in this break, you are qualified to call out a box number. If nobody calls it out or you decide to call out the wheel, then we will go to the wheel spinner. Now, the wheel spinner for this jersey is a little bit different compared to some of our others. It is the only 40-box series in the room. The Speed Flex is out of 35. Every other series we have up, which is the wild card reps and spin to win and the first down. Damn, we are loaded today. Those are all out of 30 boxes. So I'll give that a couple more moments, and while I do that, I'll catch up with my man Chinmay. I know we were tossing the pigskin around during our break. How was your break, though, my man? Was it all right?
Yeah, it was good. Refueled a little bit, reloaded, and seems like some people in the break room have refueled and reloaded. We are 4 to go in that spin to win single, and we are 4 to go in that Speed Flex quad.
All right.
Yeah.
A Speed Flex quad, you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
4 to go in the spin to win single. 4 to go in the Speed Flex quad, and 4 to go still in that Weekend Warrior double box.
Sheesh. Okay, so we are at the halfway marker or more than multiple different series. But we got our first break, too. We have not seen any numbers called.
2 to go in that last jersey double.
Yeah, and like you said, last jersey double, we will have 3 boxes at the end of this. Still got James Cook and Lawrence Taylor, 2 of the best out there. So again, let's see what we got here. All box calls are now null and void. I could have done a picker wheel for this, but it's all right. Let's see if we actually have box 19 or anything close. Let's see here. The closest we got is actually going to be probably 29 because that's 10 spots away. Box 29. And then jersey number 8. So let's see what we got here. Box number 29 is going to be the closest to 19. So we got a 9 involved, so close enough. Now that we got that out of the way, guys, again, the number for the show is 7. So I'm going to take every single name that is in here and spin this bad boy around 7 times, of course. This is one of the most fun parts of the show because this determines basically everything. This is what makes Ultimate Autographs so fun to play in the breaks. Again, we do not decide. Fate is on the deciding side here. And let's see who can possibly acquire Lawrence Taylor or James Cook in this very break. Marty Williams has the NFC North, Derek Kahananui in the NFC South. So the NFC East, if it is Lawrence Taylor, will go to a newbie in Gene. He or she also has the NFC West and the AFC East. So Gene...
James Cook, if it's James Cook.
James Cook as well. Daniel Pintaro has the AFC North and the AFC West. And Braden Campbell rounding things out in the AFC South. So Gene, fingers crossed for you. You did what you were supposed to do. You have the most spots in this series. You got 3 of them. Let's see if fortune favors you today. Always love getting a pre-fill started with you guys here. And this is a guy who, by the way, we're going to be talking about a lot because he coincides with somebody that's in our Chase Wheel Spin today.
Okay.
I'll talk about that very shortly. He's a guy that the kids like to say, Chinmay, we were glazing about in the 9 o'clock hour, and rightfully so. The league leader in rushing yards last year, the most underrated star in the NFL today. It's James Cook III. I don't know if James Cook the first and second cooked as much as this guy does on the football field, but a wonderful, wonderful first victory in the UA Live break room. You can see the Beckett certification down at the bottom for Gene. Way to go, Gene. Awesome win. If you were out there with us, buddy, feel free to let us know in the chat how you're feeling. Awesome, awesome stuff right there. Great first win. Big round of applause to you, my man. Or woman. We don't discriminate here. So shout out to Gene.
Congratulations, Gene. Yeah, got 3 spots and was rewarded with the headliner hit, James Cook.
A great, great way to start things off. And I say this about every single show that I host, y'all, so you should be used to it by now. But if not, I always like to say every single show has a theme here. So clearly the theme for the last show was speed flexes. And we did nothing but speed flexes. That was a great theme right there. And maybe this one is headliners. Maybe this one could definitely be headliners. Yeah. We got a lot of great places to start off. So I'm going to put Mike Vick back in the product camp for you guys. Den said, let's close out the Jersey series and get some new headliners. Cannot agree with you more, my man, Den. Hopefully you're enjoying your Saturday, my dude. Glad you're here with us. So let's talk about, before we do a little housekeeping across all of the series, let's talk about what our Chase Wheel Spins are going to be. So the Speed Flex, I want to continue that momentum. That was built wonderfully by you guys. We did 6 breaks. As we said, all 6 were in the Speed Flex. Chinmay just mentioned we were halfway to go there on a quad. Yeah. We didn't do any quads in the morning show. I'll show you guys. That'll be the first series we talk about. We are Herbie fully loaded. We are stuffed with not only headliners, but golden tickets. 36 of them things. 36 tickets to the Chocolate Factory that we're going to talk about. And then the wild card. So ironically, we start off with the James Cook. Yeah. I hope we get another James Cook. So you're going to get your own separate ×2 Chase Wheel Spin for that wild card in the show. We all know what's in there. You can walk away with the James Cook. And by the way, guys, that's $142 to buy in because of the ×2 factor. If you get a 71 or above, you're going to get a free spot, essentially, if you end up winning the Chase Wheel Spin.
Essentially get your spot back.
Yeah. And I'm known for
on the chase.
I'm known for spinning a couple of hundreds. Yeah. I've done it quite a bit here. So you land on that 100 ×2, you could be walking away with $200. So let's get ourselves into the break. No other pre-fills to discuss. So of course, we're going to start off right where the best breaks are here. I'm not fudging you guys. It literally says best breaks here. So 11 headliners and 18 boxes. Now, one thing out of the 6 boxes we did last show, only one of them was the headliner. That was 5 golden tickets in the AFC South. And if you're wondering what golden tickets are, well, this is a perfect series to describe what they are. I'll go through what the headliners are really quick here. We'll go into the golden tickets, and we'll go into a bunch of other different series. So, guys, I can understand how some of this might be daunting to you. Again, the singles and doubles are completely wide open, but the quads are 4 to go. So that is really where you want to carry your momentum at $920 to get into that quad. So again, you're kind of wondering, well, are these why are we going after this for a quad for $920? What's so special about these golden tickets? Well, if you're wondering that at home, I'm glad that you asked. So the golden tickets is our exclusive Ultimate Autographs currency. Now, traditionally in the past, aka 3+ weeks ago, because we've barely even done this concept for 3 weeks, the only way that you could really redeem things here at UA was through our rewards program. Yeah. And again, that was a very, very tall task to accumulate.
And this is an extension of the rewards program.
Exactly. But the coolest thing about this, and I'll explain that in just a second, is the locker. Now, the locker is really a first thing that we have here at UA where you can actually walk into the locker and you can handpick what you like from inside of there. And there are in abundance. Chinmay and I were kind of dropping some tea leaves.
Yeah, you want the exclusive, unique memorabilia that's a little out there, a little off the reservation a little bit. That's where you go. That's where you go to find that stuff.
Kind of reminds me of a Bob Uecker call in Major League, off the reservation. So how do you earn them? Well, you heard Chinmay just say it and myself. It's an exclusive currency, and you rack these bad boys up to get yourself into the locker and handpick what you like from in there. I'll drop a link to that at the end of this disclaimer. So you earn the golden tickets, of course, by playing on our live breaks. The more you play, the more you collect, and your tickets are yours to bank and use whenever you're ready. There's not an expiration date. You know, this isn't like, you know, milk that you buy that you have to use within a couple amount of months when you go grocery shopping. No, you can earn golden tickets today. You don't play with us for 6 months. Guess what? They're still going to be there waiting for you. Would we prefer that? Hell no. Get yourself into the locker because, and I'll explain that once we get there. So how do you redeem them? So once you've earned your golden tickets, Chinmay, you redeem them in the locker, as we've said. Every item shows exactly how many golden tickets it takes to claim it. So you always know what you are working towards. Now, the fun thing about the locker is that it is constantly being refreshed. We're always putting brand new books in the locker for you guys to go in there. Shout out to our guy, Greg, who's basically the principal of this locker. He's constantly refreshing it with, as Chinmay said, the most unique, most rare items for you guys to go after there and claim. So, Chinmay touched upon this just a second ago. How do you unlock the locker? What is the code to getting in there? It's very simple. The locker is a part of a rewards program, so to get in, you got to have an account created, and you have to hit that practice squad tier. The practice squad tier is the second level of our rewards program. Once you reach that, aka qualify for it, then the locker is yours to explore, and it stays open as you rise through the tiers.
Yeah.
Now, keep in mind, I'll actually go to the rewards real quick here to show you guys how you're able to accumulate some of these dollars. It's 25 points for every dollar you spend. So even something like, I did this math a while ago, it's $31 per spot that you can get into for that jersey. So 31 times 25, that's somewhere a little over 700 points. For just one jersey spot, that's the least expensive spot that you can get in our entire break room.
Yeah.
So think about how quickly you can get into the practice squad tier, which here it is. It's 7,500 points. It goes by very fast. You said
it's about $300.
Exactly, about $300.
Maybe a little bit more. But
so, yeah.
you can knock off. So you can knock off about like $40 or so from that, maybe a little bit more. If you just create an account, sign in, follow us on social media, and sign up for the text message alerts, that would take off like pretty much a 40 or $50 from that 300.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty good way to get started here, and then that allows you to get into the locker. So if you're signed in and you have the practice squad collector status, you're then able to explore the locker, and you will see how those golden tickets can be cashed in for some memorabilia.
You don't even have to be social media savvy. You just have to read and react to what these have.
You don't even have to comment.
Yeah.
You can just follow.
Yeah. And look,
comment.
Even those 1,000 points, look, we are currently in the day and age where we get spammed and obliterated by spam stuff. First of all, this is the farthest thing from it. But if you don't want us to give you updates, again, you can just put on that silencer after you enroll there. Get those 1,000 points. Again, we are literally putting things on a platter for you guys, as Chinmay and I have said, to get things redeemed. Just following us on social media platforms, another very easy way for you guys to get into that. So, really quick to go back into the locker really fast, and or golden tickets, I should say, and just show you guys how you can get into that locker. So we're going to tell you guys some of the lids that we can get in there, because that Speed Flex series, and Ronnie was living proof if you tuned in this morning. He won 5 golden tickets as a headliner in that AFC South. He got a nice Indianapolis Colts football, which unfortunately Ronnie's not going to have. Sorry about that, Ron. Well, as soon as we get approval, Chinmay and I, we'll have it on.
I'm signing those things.
Yeah. Regardless, we'll get that for you, buddy. So, again, now that's how you know how to unlock it. So, what's inside of the locker? Well, I'm going to show you guys this really quick and drop y'all a link. Chinmay and I kind of went through it this morning, but in case y'all missed it, we have some brand new toys in there for you guys to look. And I'm telling you, some very expensive toys that you can redeem.
Some very flashy toys.
Very flashy toys indeed. So I'm going to start off.
Not ones that you get at Toys R Us.
I'm going to start off with Chinmay's illegitimate son here, LaDainian Tomlinson. He is one of the brand new items that got put in there.
He's not illegitimate. He's long lost.
Long lost. That's probably a better way to phrase that. So long lost horned frog out there in LaDainian Tomlinson. And that shockingly, and I would agree with you on this, shockingly very mispriced. He is the bottom of the barrel. The lowest you can get into, by the way, is 3 golden tickets. And again, the Speed Flex series isn't the only way. We have 2 tickets left in the spin to win for that, and then we also have 3 in the first down as well.
We have 21 tickets left in the Weekend Warrior.
Yeah, thank you. 21 as well.
We have 21 tickets left in the Weekend Warrior. That is the next highest number after the 36 in the Speed Flex.
62 total tickets.
Yeah, so 57 golden tickets available between the Speed Flex series and the Weekend Warrior series.
And you combine the first down and the spin to win, 62
You can get
total.
19 LaDainian Tomlinson helmets if you get all the tickets from the Speed Flex and the Weekend Warrior.
That's a lot of electricity.
Yeah.
And you know what, with the weather
there could
problems,
be some frogs in there too.
Well,
maybe some horned frogs in there too.
Dude,
maybe a Jets lid here and there, but
if you bring over,
if you got 19 of them, then
if you brought over a box to me and I start to hear croaking or ribbits in there, you're bringing your ass back. You're bringing your ass back over here. I was gonna say, and you're opening the box yourself.
Yeah.
But just a couple others, right? I just want to give you guys some of the lower tier that we get. Again, LaDainian Tomlinson. Just hear this: 3 golden tickets. Look at that Speed Flex series. And again, you can earn them 9, 8, 6, 4, 3 in 2 different divisions. Again, I'll go into that shortly. But Steve Smith, LaDainian Tomlinson. Roger Staubach, one of the greatest quarterbacks ever. How about this guy? I didn't even notice this earlier. Torrey Holt.
Yeah.
A guy that should be a Hall of Fame wideout, same like Steve Smith. What else? This might be the aesthetically best pleasing one in the whole room. Former Offensive Rookie of the Year, Brian Thomas Jr. for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't understand. This, again, just doesn't make any sense. Reigning Defensive Player of the Year and all-time single-season sack leader, Myles Garrett, is in there for just 3 golden tickets as well.
And the thing is Myles Garrett, that's a Browns lid, so it's on his old team, so maybe that's why he's getting a little bit of a discount.
A little bit of a discount, yeah.
With the 3 tickets.
Yeah, the newest LA Rams. Speaking of LA Rams, gonna give you guys a little peek behind the scenes here. This guy's on an LA Ram, Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
Who led the league in touchdowns last year, one of Chinmay's former guys with the Green Bay Packers, is in that bad boy. And a brand new one that we dropped for 3 tickets, by the way, Michael Strahan, 2-time Super Bowl champion, one of the all-time sack leaders. And how about this guy who's going to be running through that locker all day, Adrian Peterson. Those are just the bottom of the barrel that we got in there. And then the cream of the crop, the 2 most expensive, 2 Tom Brady's, Patrick Mahomes. Not too shabby. What's going on, Jilly Bean? Glad you're here with us this afternoon. The spin to win can easily become 3 or 5.
3 to 5 tickets, yep.
Yeah, because that actually has a prize that's going to be attached to it. So we'll get into that in just a second here. So the Speed Flex. So Chinmay and I, we've been gushing about the golden tickets. And if y'all were one of those people that tune into the 9 a.m. show, the comment section, I have not been on a show yet since we've done the locker that has gone so goo goo gaga for golden tickets.
Yeah.
It was, they were flooding out with fingers crossed for that. Look at what we got here. So for those that are still
if you display that much fervor, we may actually get a chocolate river here.
We might actually get, so what is that, the 3rd straight weekend of putting in a request for theirs? So I'll talk to Matt and Dave and see what we can get going here. So if you're still a little confuzzled, again, if you end up playing in the Speed Flex series, let's just say that we're in the quad, right? Because that's the closest one at 920. The AFC East, or any one of these divisions, is 3 tickets. So you're not going to win an item per se. You're going to win golden tickets. You're going to get a football that's associated with this division.
And honestly, that might be better, right? Like you get the choice. You get the choice of what you want with those golden tickets instead of being stuck. I mean, stuck with is the wrong word because you're getting an awesome helmet. You would be given an awesome helmet instead.
Yeah.
But maybe you don't like that team. Maybe you have a specific player in mind maybe you had a specific player in mind in that series that you didn't get. You go into the locker, you see that player, you have the requisite amount of tickets. You don't have to worry about the break room. You don't have to worry about the randomizer. You don't have to worry about being in the division. You don't have to worry about the box calls. You just comp the tickets and get the item.
Yeah, how nice is that?
Simple.
Yeah, it's almost like, it's truthfully like playing in an arcade, right?
Yeah.
You go up, imagine this Speed Flex break as skee ball. You toss a couple, like you're buying in a break spice, you toss a couple balls, And guess what? You know what prints out of there? You got 3 tickets, right? You know what you do with those 3 tickets? You go up to the counter, you redeem your item that's behind the counter.
Yeah.
Exact same concept here. Now, we can go through and gush all day. And here's the cool thing. The quote-unquote low end, like I said, is 3 tickets that you can win as a headliner if you were to win a ticket prize. The NFC South, the AFC North, and the AFC East. So you're getting a key to the locker, essentially, even if you win the quote-unquote low-end ticket give-out.
And you can accumulate these tickets. You don't have to spend them right away. You don't have to spend them in a particular show. They don't expire. You have them as long as you want until you redeem them. So you can rack them up. And like, let's say you're in the locker and you don't see anything that you like. You can wait because other people will claim things, and then we'll replenish with different items. And you see a different item that you really want, and you have the tickets, and you've kind of waited patiently. Go crazy then, you know?
Exactly.
So you don't necessarily have to spend them right away on that day or in that week. Like, they don't expire. They're yours to keep, to redeem at any point in time that you see something that you like.
And again, a lot to accumulate. 36 in total, as you can see right here. Now, here's something that you and I talked about, right? This is why I'd get in that double. We did 3 doubles last show, and this is why y'all got to go dolphin diving into these. So Tony Gonzalez, very self-explanatory there. AFC West legend, one of the greatest tight ends of all time. Tony the Tiger. Now, you can let out a big roar if you get into that double, and it coincides with, oh, what do we have here? 2 separate AFC West tickets, 4 and 6, and you can get the Tony G lid on top of that. Steve Young.
Well, we're in the quad, right? You can get all 3 of them.
Get all 3 of them.
Quad.
Even better. Dream big. 10 total tickets and a Tony Gonzalez. And by the way, again, the Tom Brady and the Patrick Mahomes are either 9 or 8 golden tickets. We do not have a double-digit item right now in the locker. So again, that is a guarantee to get the top-tier golden ticket merch in that locker. So we do not have any NFC West golden tickets, but truthfully, why do you need any? You got little Stevie Southpaw, the guy who look, there's a lot of people perceive as unbreakable feats in each respective sport. His 6 total touchdowns, passing, mind you, in a singular Super Bowl game, I think is one of those untouchable feats. Yeah. It's kind of like a blue moon type of occurrence.
It's going to be tough to top.
Very tough. Not only is it our refer a friend giveaway on an authentic, get him here today on a Speed Flex, guys. Now, here's the one that I'm really licking my chops at 2 different ways. First of all, Ray Lewis, arguably the first or second greatest defensive player of all time. Oh, what do we have here, Chinmay? How about 3 golden tickets in the AFC North? Get in the double, get in that quad, which is 4 to go. Again, you can give yourself more bites of the apple to double up there. Here's the one that I'm really trying to sink my teeth into. The highest amount of golden tickets available, 9, coincides with Adrian Peterson. Keep in mind, y'all, this is an all Speed Flex series. So even if you don't walk away with any golden tickets, you're getting a Speed Flex if you win. If you don't get any Speed Flexes, guess what's all in the locker? Speed Flexes. Yeah. So if you are Speed Flex hungry, this is what this is for you. And again, for those that tune into the 9 a.m. show, we had a dual sign D'Angelo Pons.
Minka Fitzpatrick and D'Angelo Pons. That was a dual sign Jets helmet
hidden gem
with a visor. We had a Brock Bowers Speed Flex that was a hidden gem. We had a Michael Penix Speed Flex that was a hidden gem.
How about this bad boy?
We had Akeem Mesidor, which was a hidden gem, and then Michael Vick, which was a hidden gem. And that Michael Vick. So I'm normally not the kind of guy who enjoys the like same color scheme of the helmet and the visor. Like I like the contrast a little bit. But this one, because it's 2 different shades of green with the Kelly green and the forest green, that Kelly green visor just pops.
Yep.
That just pops. It's very nice.
You know what this kind of makes me think of for Michael Vick here? You ever, in middle school, high school, you take your class pictures for senior year. You know what the camera person would always tell you behind the scenes? Strike a pose. This thing right here, you can strike many poses with this. Yeah. And again, this was a hidden gem, guys. Oh, and not only that, I'm kind of sounding like a late night QVC commercial here. Oh, wait, there's more. Look at the bottom of your screen. Speed Flex, Chase Wheel Spin. There you go. Even more opportunities for you guys to be incentivized in this division. So again, Jill mentioned not too long ago, the spin to win can easily become 3 or 5 tickets. So you know what? Let's talk about that. Cam throwing that 100 sign out there. Good to see General Lee back here with us in the noon show. So let's talk about that spin to win. That's one of the many series that Chinmay talked about at the top. That is either halfway or more to go.
We are 3 to go now in that quad. So we're less than halfway, or we got less than half the break spots left.
Let's go.
In that quad number 2.
Yeah.
So we are 3 to go in that quad box. And again, 36 golden tickets on tap for you guys, as well as the Steve Young and Tony Gonzalez speed flexes, Ray Lewis and Adrian Peterson speed flexes, and basically all the hidden gems they're all speed flexes. It's a speed flex series.
Yeah.
So the hidden gems are also speed flexes. And honestly, like that Brock Bowers hidden gem, that probably should have been a photoed headliner. But that tells you how good the golden tickets are.
Yeah.
If Brock Bowers can't even, crack golden tickets for the headline.
I mean, you got Ray Lewis and Adrian Peterson as your secondaries.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty insane. So I just went back really quick. I wanted to drop that link for you guys for that Speed Flex quad. Do we have maybe another one around?
We are one to go in that. We are one to go in that jersey double.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Hey, I love a good jersey.
Well, I think that. So I think the great thing about closing out that jersey double and then knocking out that jersey single as well is we could potentially drop the new jersey series to get the new headliners in, and I think it's good practice in general. When, like, let's say you're buying into some of these spots as big spots, right? Like this double and this quad. I think it's just good practice to toss in a jersey spot here and there into those breaks. Because you're getting into the quads, you're getting into that big stuff, but you're helping move those jersey breaks along as well. Yeah. We're one to go now in that jersey double. This will be the last jersey double. And more than likely that Lawrence Taylor would be in this double. If he's not, then I expect that last jersey single to sell out pretty quick.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, a great analogy for this is, if you go to a steakhouse, right, you're not going to continue to, slam down steaks down your gullet. You need a little side salad, like the jerseys, to kind of, like you said, pinch yourself.
You need those rolls with cinnamon butter.
Yeah, oh, I know.
You need those rolls with cinnamon butter.
I was trying to contemplate what I'm getting for lunch, and you won me over with Texas Roadhouse, so thank you for that. Even though I'm much more of an Outback guy, I'll go to Texas Roadhouse today.
Bloomin' Onion is not nothing to shy away from.
If you're creating a pantheon of appetizers, that's S tier, that's top of the pyramid. No doubt about it, that Bloomin' Onion. Speaking of putting things towards the top of the tier for ranking things, this series, no doubt about it, the spin to win. Chinmay and I are probably in agreement. The Speed Flex is the place to be. But I would say if you want to take a step down into this next tier, spin to win, or the first down. So many great stuff in there. Loaded all across the board.
Loaded with headliners.
But because Jilly Bean talked about it, she said it could easily become 3 or 5 tickets with the wheel spin. Very true, my friend. 121 to buy in on that single. Again, 4 spots to go, guys. Chinmay and I, we could sit here for hours and talk your heads up, but we are here to break. We are here to break. If you see something at the halfway point or lower, again, like the jerseys, like the Speed Flex quad, or like the single, community.
Yeah, come on, folks. 1 to go in that jersey double. We should be able to knock that out.
We will have that coming up very, very soon. 7 to go in the double, 7 to go in this quad as well for the spin to win. Again, 2 golden tickets attached to this with 10 boxes to go. Chances are we're going to start seeing those golden tickets a lot sooner rather than later. One thing I'm looking at for this particular series, this is the number 1 standout, guys. Get into the double. Ashton Genty, a guy that had, in recent college football memory, 2 of the most standout collegiate seasons. His sophomore and junior year at Boise State not only set records for the school, but one of the best sophomore and junior campaigns as a running back in recent college football history. Now, unfortunately, dude, a lot of the times with rookies, we see in the NFL, it's situational, right?
Yeah.
Even Superman needed the Justice League, right? Like, he couldn't always do everything by himself. Same thing with Ashton Genty. Hopefully the addition of Tyler Linderbaum under center, obviously Fernando Mendoza, Clint Kubiak, Super Bowl winning offensive coordinator. They can create a better culture there, right?
For sure.
But this guy still had a lot of breakout performances last year. I remember the first Ashton Genty I pulled, which is funny because I normally don't. Can we guess what the hidden gems are in the jerseys? Yeah,
you can take a shot at it.
Sure you can, Dan. How about this? I'm not going to give y'all any hints, but I'll have Chinmay drop, because I'm not giving any hints. He could drop $20 in your account if you can guess what that hidden gem is. I'm only giving out 20. Usually I give 10 or 15 because I was going to say something really bad. Because you guys are blind. Because you guys are guessing blind there. So have at it, Den. Go crazy. So anyways, back to what I was saying about Ashton Genty. I remember the good doctor, Doc Rivers. He was the first person I remember pulling an Ashton Genty for. And Doc was kind of informed, obviously, about Ashton Genty, but he was actually asking me, and I forgot who was my co-host at the time. He was asking me, what do I do with this lid? I don't know what the price is for. I'm like, Doc, you need to hold on to this guy. Because again, if you're looking to add things for your PC and accumulate value, unless you're looking, sell something immediately, you want to go after these youngins. You want to get the rookie, the second-year guys. If you really believe in their talent, their value is only going to skyrocket. Look at a guy this time last year in Sam Darnold and Kenneth Walker. Look how much their value skyrocketed because they're Super Bowl champions, especially Kenneth Walker.
Also Super Bowl MVP, yeah.
Exactly. So, Ashton Genty, look, am I saying Ashton Genty is going to be a Super Bowl MVP next year or even make the Super Bowl? Of course not. You could be a very rich man or woman if you predict that to be. But I'm just saying, what is it out of the line to say Ashton Genty could be a Pro Bowler this year? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Ashton Genty has the talent, and Daddy Dan joining us again saying, I have this Genty. Now, I'm not going to look up and say what you can guess the approximation for. I would not touch this thing until his market value becomes a minimum of 4 digits. Even on an authentic, I think that's very plausible to have happen. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this AFC West is the baby goat himself, Patrick Mahomes, on an Eclipse. This is an Eclipse authentic. Again, much more rare to have a guy on an Eclipse. It's common for authentics, but it's not a standard. This makes it that much more cool. You get the blood red Kansas City logo. Yeah. You also get the red ink as well. This was still up yesterday when I was hosting with Robbie for our 12 and 3 show. I looked this up. Collectively, Chinmay, it was in the ballpark of $2,500 to $3,000.
Pretty good.
The second most expensive signature to a guy I'll talk about in the First Down series coming up very shortly here. Couple other greats, by the way, because I'm definitely not trying to sleep on any of these others. The Michigan Man. Not the Michelin Man. This guy, I don't know if he fixes tires, but you know what he can do? He can fix your defense immediately. Ask the Detroit Lions, a former top overall selection, not number 1, but I think he was top 5 in his draft class.
I think he was 2.
Yeah, that definitely makes more sense. Aiden Hutchinson on a beautiful Honolulu blue. I like to call this the Ford alternate authentic because, again, this logo coincides with the Motor City, which is very, very nice here. He won a national title in Michigan. He is one of the best edge rushers in the sport, and he's one of the top paid players in the sport as well. Again, this guy bleeds Detroit blue. If you're a Lions fan, you got to have this as a part of your PC.
We are now 1 to go in that Speed Flex quad. We are 1 to go in that Speed Flex quad, 1 to go in that Jersey double. So we should definitely be able to knock out both of those breaks. We should definitely be able to do that Jersey double, and then we'll have 1 Jersey box left, and then we should definitely be able to do this Speed Flex quad.
Who's gotten us to this point in the Speed Flex quad?
So Speed Flex quad, Michael Swain has been making moves, and Dustin Aronson making some moves.
Okay, so I'm going to have a flash deal exclusively. I don't usually do this at all, even though I am a very generous soul. That's $920, correct, for the quad?
$920, yep, 1 spot left.
This might not go a long way for you guys. Whoever closes that last spot is going to get $20 back in store credit. I'm an even number guy. I don't know if it's the ADHD in me, but I like even numbers. So make that 900 flat too. Whoever closes this last spot will get $20 off. So a little something that can go a long way. So back to the spin to win series, guys. There is a prize that is attached to this series. It is the only series currently in the break room that has a prize attached to it. You know what a nice prize would be? Getting faster internet. Anyways, Devonta Smith on the Kelly Green Philadelphia Eagles. You and I talked a lot about this guy in the morning show. He is the undisputed number 1 wideout right now, the former Heisman Trophy winner out of the University of Alabama. Him and Jalen Hurts, they're looking to roll some tide together and roll some W's together in Philadelphia this year. To me, I think this is a guy that he's not going to be a sneaky fantasy football pick. You obviously play in your fantasy league. I might have to cut this short if that's a close there.
It is a close. We have closed out that quad.
Woohoo!
So that was Cameron Lee, who did some damage in the 9 a.m. show, coming back for some more action at noon. So Cameron, $20 headed your way, and then we will get this quad underway.
Absolutely beautiful job, guys. Hey, look, just because it's the weekend, don't think that you can cheat leg day. It's always a great time to get the quads in. So, one thing we know, Chinmay, barring golden tickets, we're going to have a lot more speed flexes joining Mr. Vic up here shortly.
For sure.
But I wanted to ask you really quick. This won't take too long. You're obviously a fantasy football connoisseur. You even said this morning you made your championship. Where would you take non-dynasty, non-keeper league? Where do you think Devonta Smith gets drafted? And let's say a standard 12-team league format.
That's So my league, both leagues that I do are auction leagues, and one is an online auction, the other is an offline auction. So the price points are a little bit different. The sort of way to spend money is a little bit different. I would say Devontae Smith, probably I would pay in the, I'd say 30 to 35 range. 30 to 35 fantasy football dollars for the auction, because I think he will be in between like what you would say is a wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2 type guy. Is going to get a lot of targets, but maybe the targets are not as valuable as some of the higher end wide receiver ones. Yeah. But I'd say 30 to 35 bucks. I could even see like a $37, $38 spend for Devontae Smith. As far as where I would take him in a snake draft, probably 5th round, I think. I think 5th round is probably about right for Devontae Smith.
Yeah. Okay. So no arguments there. Cam dropping 2 numbers. Does anybody want to help our boy Cam out? 5 and 17 to start. Yeah. I mean, Devontae Smith, look, if you played fantasy football last year, he's also going to go with 19 and 21, Chinmay. 5, 17, 19, and 21. I'll take that off the ticker. I'll randomize you folks in just a second here. But just piggybacking off of that Devontae point, I agree. I would say late 4th, early 5th if you're in a 12-team snake draft. Look, if you have some PTSD from Eagles fantasy players last season outside of Jalen Hurts, because Jalen Hurts, no matter what, the tush-push touchdowns, the rushing yards, the guy is always a fantasy football lock to be a top 5 quarterback. Yes, 5, 17, 19, 21. Thank you. Here, I'll pull do we have the Butkus chair? Yeah, I'll pull the Butkus chair. Load this up. If you guys are wondering what the Butkus chair is, it's more of an inside joke here at UA. But anyways, what I was getting back on saying there, he's definitely the guy that's going to be the undisputed number 1 for this Philly offense. But I can understand if you got a little PTSD from drafting Eagles skill position players last year. It was a trip. It was definitely a trip. There were some people probably towards the middle and end of the season. It's like Devontae Smith is just like a flex option for me at this point, you know, because it was really Jekyll and Hyde. I mean, with Brown and Smith, the passing offense we talked about earlier was terrible for what we got there. Den is going with Eric Metcalf, Willie Rofe, and Steve Largent. Okay, for some jersey guesses.
All right.
Right now, though, Den, we're flexing.
Flex. Yeah, speed flex time.
We're looking to flex here. So we're going to go from lowest possible number to the top. Again, that might be my ADHD. I always like to go in numerical order here. So, Cam, let's see if you called some winners here. We'll start with Cam from the bottom up. He's got a sniper spot in that AFC West. That AFC West was pretty nice to him last show.
Spot.
Yeah,
pretty good spot.
He won the Brock Bowers, and I think that Michael Vick as well.
Yeah.
Actually, So, we got Michael Swain, all aboard the Swain train, y'all. AFC East and NFC South. Of course, always great to see Mike with us here in the chat. DA, Dustin Aronson with the NFC West and AFC South. Todd Oliver in the middle of that DA sandwich. Kathleen Brulette, the sniper queen. What's going on, Kathleen? Good to see you back here. And Joe Gallagher looking to bring some BD Thunder to the NFC North. Cam, looking for those tickets. Now, if Cam is going to get some tickets in the AFC West, I believe he's got 2 shots,
he could get a lot of tickets.
6. Yeah.
Could get up to 10 tickets.
Yeah, or I guess you'll have to settle for a Tony Gonzalez speed flex. Poor Cam, guys.
That'll be tough. It's going to be a tough scene.
Hey, walking away with two AFC West tight ends. Not a bad day at the office. Let's see what we got here. Well, I'm going to be happy to announce
someone's getting tickets.
Someone's getting tickets. Now, it all depends on who this football corresponds with in this series. Now, as Chinmay, as you guys saw, he actually pulled the tickets out of the bag. We're going to do the same thing here. Now, we got ourselves a little bit of a slab to go ourselves into. Woo! Man, right now I feel like the casino dealer that everybody wants to have stay on the table. Not 1. I'm going to go to the wide shot for this. Not 2. Not 3. Not 4. Not 5. 6 golden tickets. Now, if you happen to recall what we were looking for, Cam called the boxes. Cam got 1 spot. Go along, Chinmay. We're going to go into our Patrick Mahomes here for Cam. It is an AFC West football. The Kansas City Chiefs. Welcome to Chiefs Kingdom, Cameron Lee. You are getting 6 golden tickets your way, my man. Wow. Look at that. One of the top ticket totals is now off the board. We still have the 2 biggest. The NFC West, the NFC East has 8, and the NFC North has 9. Way to go, buddy. Way to go. Jill says, go get that Mahomes. How ironic with the Chiefs ball. So how about that? How about that? Common said if the football matches your favorite team, you'd get to keep it. I'm not Common. You don't get the football. Yeah, you guys can get the football. Chinmay and I wanted to sign the football this morning, so we still can. If Cam, you know what? How about
we can sign the. Well, I'm not gonna start signing footballs that we aren't giving away to people, because then someone else is gonna open that box and say, "Oh, wonder whose signature this is on the football."
Yeah, what the hell is a Chinmay and Rob?
Yeah.
He said, "Let's get it again." Congratulations, buddy. Man, I just like.
There's still 3 boxes left here.
Yeah, no, we got.
This is not even the beginning. Those tickets have been assigned.
Awesome.
Dan, I agree, and that discussion will be had.
I want all you guys to get the football. Again, if it was up to Chinmay and I, these footballs would already be getting sent out your way.
Cam is from Kansas City.
Oh, really?
Allegedly.
And go to every home game. Yeah. Look, I don't have a problem with it. Hey, if Conmay, who the hell is Conmay? If Common said that if it matches your favorite team, you get to keep it, I'm not going to disagree with that. So I'm going to let Cameron keep it since it is his favorite team.
Okay. Cameron, let us know if you want. Let us know if you want us to sign it. All right, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. So
let's do it.
I'll do the honors here of getting the starting. So I'm starting to get nervous. All right. So
yeah, where's the sweet spot now?
So right here. Again, a black Sharpie might not be the best. This is my actual signature, by the way.
Okay.
I used to do this when you're a kid. When I was playing baseball, I would always sign it RH22 because that was my football number. Common said last night we'd only... Okay, so that's a second verification. If we get any complaints, Common, I'm looking at you, big dog.
All right. Signed it.
So that was 6 AFC West.
Yep.
Tickets. I'll show off that Herbie Hancock over there.
And it's signed as well.
Oh, very nice. Look at what we got here. So this is a first. This is a chin rob first.
Who said athletes are the only ones who can sign on air?
Come on, man. How about that? Cam, buddy, congratulations, big dog. Thank you so much. Your football will be sent your way.
Very cool.
Very cool. 3 more to go. So an exciting start. I want to sign more footballs. KC Chiefs ball as well. All right, let's keep it going. Common said last night we'd only be able to keep the football if it's our own team. Sounds good, my man. So what a start. What a start for the box caller himself in camp.
He might not be done.
Yeah, very good point there, dude. Again, now he's in position for 4 more golden tickets or that Tony Gonzalez. Probably one of the better sniper spots I've seen somebody get in quite a long time.
Pretty good spot to have.
All right, so I'm going to go on a limb here and say no golden tickets.
Okay.
Unless this is the world's biggest football.
It's okay.
Damn, this is going to be a nice one. That football is worth
like
2K.
Like 2K cents?
Like a copy of 2K video game?
Yeah.
So, you and I were both in agreement, and I'm going to steal my own phrase back that you alluded to in the morning show. Bag is deep. Bag is very, very deep. But we're going to stay in the AFC for this one. And this guy certainly earned this spot, to say the least. This team paid 2 first-round draft picks for this defensive player. That's very rare to do. Now, unfortunately, like the rest of this team last year, he caught the injury bug almost immediately upon joining. But you know what? Happy Saturday to Dustin Aronson. Get a little saucy with it.
Ooh.
How about Sauce Gardner on a hidden gem speed flex for the shoe, baby? Den McKeon, go crazy, baby. Nick Riggs as well, if he's out there. Shout out to DA, man. Hidden gem Sauce Gardner.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
That's
Sauce Gardner, who recently, I guess everyone was saying he was older than he was. Sauce Gardner is apparently 24, not 26, that all the NFL media guides were saying. I know. It's crazy how you could get something like that wrong, but...
Yeah, and it's, if it was by, like, 1 year, that's one thing. But by 2 years, that's...
it's just odd.
Yeah, that's interesting there. Maybe he's trying to pull a Carlos from Benchwarmers. I am 12.
Yeah.
Pull out the birth certificate with crayon written on it. Sauce, indeed. We haven't seen Sauce a whole lot lately.
Haven't seen Sauce on the Colts a lot.
Yeah, so this is really, really cool. So that's awesome. Good modern day hit right there. Colts will be back with a vengeance, says Den. Couldn't agree more, my man. Could not agree more. So, again, really fun stuff. 1 headliner, 6 golden tickets, a hidden gem right there. I'll get that. Oh, so I was like, wait, okay. I just wanted to make sure I wrote that up for Dustin. Very, very cool. Let's keep it rocking and rolling here. Now, unless my arm day yesterday at the gym really hit, this is going to feel pretty light.
Ooh, okay.
So we might have, and my deductions are correct. So we're going to get another football
Get those wrists ready.
I was going to say, we might not have anything autographed in this bag yet. Usually we do our signings behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So let's see who's going to be rewarded with this one right here. So, interestingly enough, let's see what we got up on the big board right there. Interesting. Okay, so this is going to be a headliner.
Oh.
No doubt about that.
Okay, maybe we can't sign it.
No. Now, well, it's a headliner we could possibly sign. So we got a 1, a 2, and a 3 for a team who employed one of your all-time favorite players last year and led them somehow, some way to a division title. He's still going to be their quarterback this year, and they're going to look to continue their illustrious, not under 500 streak. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers in the AFC North. The AFC is red hot right now, and Todd Oliver is going to get 3 golden tickets and be rewarded with that. So 9 golden tickets through our first 3 boxes have been assigned.
Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Todd, let us know if you want the football and if you want us to sign it.
Yeah, baby. Steel curtain. Steel curtain for Todd Oliver right here. Todd, you can say you're a Steelers fan. It's okay. We'll believe you, buddy. I'm going to tentatively put the football back in the bag. I've seen Todd comment multiple times that Todd isn't a big chatty Cathy in the chat. So, Todd, buddy, congratulations. 3 golden tickets.
Those have been assigned?
Awesome. Okay, so Todd, I gotta write that up real quick before
we are still at 27 golden tickets.
That's wild, bro.
Even after dealing out 9 tickets, we are still at 27 golden tickets.
That's crazy
in this series.
So again, keep those carts loaded, because again, the 2 highest golden ticket values are still left in this series.
Yeah, and if you're looking to jump into the series again, add a jersey spot here. Add a jersey double spot. It doesn't materially change your cart too much, but it helps move things along for folks in those breaks.
Yeah.
And helps you get a new jersey series with new headliners in there for folks who are just starting to get into the break group.
AFC East tickets in the last box, says Dan. Says Dan Jobin. Well, Dan, that would clear out the AFC. I'd like to see the NFC get a little bit of love here. And Chinmay, again, I think I've been doing this long enough to tell what this is going to be.
I think we're all AFC so far. We have not had an NFC break.
Well, if we're going to get something from the AFC East, it's going to be on a speed flex.
Okay.
So I love the balance. We've gone ticket speed flex, ticket speed flex.
Yeah, this is good. This is good. Good mix.
Now, the only question is this going to be a headliner? And this is a guy that we've been getting a lot lately here in the break room on his brand new football team. You can technically call it brand new. He's got 1 season with this team underneath his belt. And we are going to be going to the east of the NFC. When CD Lamb went down last year, halfway through the season, Dak Prescott needed a guy to step up. And he's like, CD, stay on the sidelines. I got you. 1 year with the Dallas Cowboys and a 1,500-yard campaign got him paid. Just like Kathleen Burlett is going to get paid here with George Pickens.
That visor is doing a thing.
Woo! It might be hard to see on the product cam, guys, but I could not agree more.
Okay.
This is it really depends on.
This is wild.
Dude, this depends on what view you really see this from. On the product cam, it looks like it's a little silver and gray, but it's not to us here.
It's that Cowboys silver.
Yeah.
It's that Cowboy silver. It's got a hint of that
blue, a little bit, like a blue tint, yeah.
Oh man, that's phenomenal. Bag is deep. Bag is deep.
Again, no speed flex headliners. 2 hidden gems with Sauce Gardner and now George Pickens. Very, very fire right here.
Bag is deep, folks.
Kathleen.
Bag is deep.
It's been a long time, my friend. A long time since I've seen Kathleen in the chat. But welcome back in a big way. I know she was.
For sure. Yeah.
I know that she was very, very active with our High Roller series a few days ago, from what I heard. So really, really awesome to have Kathleen back. But guys, don't stop now, boys and girls. In the
Sauce Gardner and George Pickens.
Hidden gems.
Not listed.
Again, like I just mentioned, guys that we usually get when they are.
This is like
secondary.
You gotta certainly look at like when you're talking about like picking your conversations. Like this is also a conversation. Like the hidden gems are going maybe a lot. Our bag is being elevated a lot more than maybe we should be elevating it. And at the same time, I want to sign more footballs. So we got to kind of pick and choose where we're going here. Like, maybe we'll load up the hidden gems a little bit because signing the footballs is more fun.
Once you put marker to ball, it's a feeling that you don't want to stop. That is for sure. And by the way, like you and I have been saying, dude, there's still so much more left to explore. 9 headliners and 14 boxes. So not only is there so much greatness left to go after, that the lines are forever in your favor right now in this break. 27 golden tickets are left, as Chinmay mentioned. Tony Gonzalez, Steve Young, Ray Lewis, and Adrian Peterson, headliners. Go follow Jill Labovitz. You guys know where the box calling queen goes. You know goodness is there to follow. She restarted a double in that. 7 left to go there. Again, I normally don't do this with many series, but I'm going to keep dropping that break link in there for you guys. 27 people tuned in on a Saturday afternoon. We're almost an hour into the show. We got a quad in. Sauce Gardner and George Pickens have made the table. The only question is who else is going to join over this next hour plus.
Yeah, and I apologize if I'm exaggerating this, but that visor on that Pickens
it's gorgeous.
Is completely different from any other visor I've seen on a Cowboys lid.
Yeah, you're probably right.
That's very unique. It's got that Cowboy silver with a hint of blue. Perfect. And I talked about with the Michael Vick, right? Like, I'm not really, a lot of times, like, the contrast is what gets me, but I like this. I like this direction that we're going in here.
It has this very light sky blue type tint to it.
Yeah.
Now, it's hard to see in the product cam, but maybe when we have it spaced out next to the sauce, because, again, in the product cam, it looks a little bit more silver.
The visual, it's once you see it in person, that's when it'll hit.
Kathleen, let us know how you enjoyed that when it gets sent out to you. So we just talked about 9 and 14 in the speed flex. How about 10 and 14 in the first down? So 7 to go in that single. 112 on the price point. Of course, it doubles with each passing break. 224 for the double, 448 for the quad. This is kind of shocking. We have seen very little to no action in the first down today. 3 golden tickets remain in this series. We have seen 3 golden tickets in every series, not named the speed flex, kind of go out in multiples of 3. So there's probably a good chance there's one box with 3 golden tickets in there. And of course, we got to start off with Tom the Terrific. Tom Brady, the GOAT. You know him. You love him. There's a lot of people that can't live without him except for Giselle. So Tom Brady, obviously the 7-time Super Bowl champion with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, I talked about Patrick Mahomes probably being in the price range of $2,000 to $2,500 on this Eclipse Authentic. Yeah. I looked at Tom Brady on this Buccaneers replica. I looked at the only lowest price I could find was probably $2,600 to $2,700 on a rep.
Yeah.
Now, for those that don't have any reps, again, I'll actually talk about that. We have literally an entire series devoted to them.
Superstar reps.
In the Superstar, which, by the way,
has LT.
Has LT. There you go. The most important thing to point out. Which, by the way,
LaDainian Tomlinson, not Lawrence Taylor.
Which, by the way, funny we talked about George Pickens.
And also Drew Brees.
George Pickens is the secondary headliner in that series. So, again, usually that guy makes headliners. So, goes to show how great the speed flex is. But bringing this back to focus with Tom Brady, again, right around $2,700 retail. And now, when you're asking, Rob, what are you talking about retail? Look at Fanatics. Look at Radkey Sports. They're just like Ultimate Autographs in the sense that they are fully authenticated.
Yeah.
Don't look at eBay, Facebook Marketplace, offer up as gospels, because a lot of the times those are not authenticated.
I think those are good sort of secondary comps, right? Like,
yeah,
you go to your Fanatics and your Radkey and you see what it is, and you go to maybe the NFL store and see what it is, and then if you want secondary confirmation, you can see sort of the eBays and the marketplaces and sort of the other sports memorabilia spots. Even Ultimate Autographs has a retail arm, so you can look at ultimateautographs.com retail for what the valuations are. But in general, Fanatics, Radkey, those are typically going to lean good for you in terms of finding what the valuation is. But that's just a baseline valuation, right? Like, a LaDainian Tomlinson helmet, to most people, would have a certain price point. But if you're trying to sell me a LaDainian Tomlinson helmet, I might be willing to pay a little bit more for it. An old school Chargers fan might be willing to pay a little bit more for it. A TCU diehard fan might be willing to pay a little bit more for it. So I would always say that the value of the item in terms of the financial value, I would always say that's a baseline, and you can always find the right person. If you are in the business of selling that, you can always find the right person to get a little bit more out of it, because that's that emotional side, that sports side of it that brings people to kind of attracts people to that item itself.
For sure. And again, that just to kind of piggyback off of that, again, beauty is in the eye of the beholder with a lot of that stuff, like you said. So really good spot to go check on for secondary markets. But then again, if you guys, by the way, ever want to ask us a couple of things, because I had a few people on my shows yesterday that were kind of like saying like, Rob, this sounds kind of good, but like at the same time, you know, how do we know that's actually, how are you telling the truth? I have no problem with pulling things up on trusty old Google over here. I'll show you multiple outlets. Chinmay can usually looks it up as well. He does a great job of that on the producer side. So we have no problem.
We are still one to go. We are still one to go in that jersey double.
Jersey double?
We are still one to go in that jersey double. We should definitely be able to knock that out, folks.
Okay, awesome. So we'll get to that in just a moment. Still got a couple other series to go through here to finish up this rundown. How about George Kittle? George Kittle. We talked about the 49ers. We're talking about some of our sleepers coming out of each conference in the morning show. If the 49ers want to have a shot of contending for a Super Bowl this year, this guy has got to make a great impact, and he always does when he's on the football field. But don't let that deter you for his value. George Kittle, one of the most valuable autographs for NFC players currently in the National Football League. George Kittle, one of the faces of the NFL. Shannon said we need some love in the rep squad. I have no problem, my friend.
There are 7 spots in that, or 1 spot bought into. I'm assuming Shannon has bought into that. And,
sure.
And he's absolutely right with this next comment. Great value. That quad is a $250 for 1 spot.
That's wild, bro.
By comparison, the single box in the Speed Flex is $230.
Correct.
But you could end up with 4 helmets potentially in that replica quad, or multiple helmets. And the reps display just as good as authentics. No one's gonna walk into your house and see an autographed helmet, and the first thing that they're gonna say is, "That's a replica helmet."
Yeah.
I can guarantee you that is not gonna be the first thing that they say. They're gonna say, "Wow, cool helmet. Who's the signature?"
Yeah, and
that's all they care about.
I would say
that's all they care about.
I would say piggybacking off of that, like you said, the display aspect of it, the single's just $63. So, I mean, the fact that you can potentially quad up and get 4 for $250, I mean, guys like LaDainian Tomlinson, Ray Lewis, Amon-Ra St. Brown headliners, those are worth $250 plus easily alone.
A Ray Lewis autograph is a Ray Lewis autograph.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what he's signing it on.
Damn right.
If he's signing it on a rep, if he's signing it on a mini, it's a Ray Lewis autograph. And again, like, these are well-known football players across generations. Auto's an auto. So at $63 for a single, it's well worth it.
So going from Ray to Reggie, a guy that he saw quite a lot in the AFC back during their heydays. This is one of the most unique speed flexes that we have in terms of photo headliners here in the room. A guy that played all 15 seasons, which again, I think is very underrated for evaluating a player's career and legacy. Reggie Wayne. You got this on a beautiful alternate speed flex right here. A Super Bowl champion, over 15,000 career receiving yards for the great Reggie Wayne. Again, he falls into that class for me where it's like, why the hell is this guy not in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Torrey Holt, Steve Smith, Reggie Wayne, the list goes on for wide receivers.
Yeah, and and in terms of the valuation and price point and things like that, a Ray Lewis like replica helmet, I'm seeing it going in the 350, 400 range. So
yeah,
like the price point valuation is insane. Just like you know, he was mentioning in the chat. So you can't tell the difference. You can quad up for the same price point basically as a single box in the Speed Flex.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the golden tickets aren't here, so that draw is not there. But if you want value for helmets, this is the break to be in.
No doubt about it, man. And again, for value, I'd love to maybe talk about some double, triple, or potential quad ups in that, amongst other series here. So we're going to continue the theme of wide receivers that don't get enough damn respect. You glazed this helmet in the 9 a.m. show. I'm going to go to Krispy Kreme and get that double glaze with you. One, because I love the player in Isaac Bruce, top 10 all time in receiving touchdowns. Obviously, if you know a thing or two about the greatest show on turf, you are very familiar with this name. But look at the lid. This is on a retro Speed Flex. You want to talk about gorgeous visors? It's got this really, really nice dark blue, this denim blue that goes along with it, and that retro Rams. Yeah. We don't get a lot of retro Rams here in the room to begin with. So this is a beautiful, I almost want to call it one of a kind type of Speed Flex here for Isaac Bruce.
One of the great things that I think the NFL has done, the NBA has been good, much better about this, and baseball has done it too with the City Connect jerseys. Hockey has kind of lagged a little bit, but one thing the NFL has done a good job of late, and by of late I mean like over the last 5-6 years, teams have really embraced sort of these alternate looks, and alternate lids and alternate sort of schemes and patterns. And we look at them, and we're so used to seeing them a certain way. We say, oh, that's a cool new uniform. But it turns out that that's actually a retro or a historic look that they had that they're now bringing back. And this like new generation of fans is recognizing now, okay, that's now a retro look. Because you're looking at it, see like, oh, it's a new uniform. I wonder why the Rams are wearing this uniform.
Yeah.
And where does it come from? And they're like, oh, it's actually one of their older uniforms that they've brought back for this game.
You know what's one of the more popular fashion trends of people our age? Retro and vintage.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like if you are not born in a generation
I believe the jersey double is good to go.
Awesome. Round of applause, guys.
Double check that. Yeah. So that'll be the last double that we do in those jerseys.
Yep. So let's see if one of Den's guesses is right about that jersey. So we're gonna do that right now, but just to kind of put a little nail on the head of that. So it's talking about fashion, especially for people in me and Chinmay's age range, and of course this translates to everybody. But again, for generations, especially of football, hockey, baseball, that you weren't alive for, that you can't recall and watch, you got to rely on either your family passing it down to you or YouTube highlights, whatever it is. This is really a cool way to kind of go back and symbolize. Like we got a lot of San Diego Chargers for guys like LaDainian Tomlinson. Yeah. For the Rams, they played in a whole different city with the St. Louis Rams when they won that greatest show on turf. So it's a really cool way to rep the old school days. So as Chinmay said, the final two numbers, or two boxes, I should say, for this double. We'll have one more jersey left before the series closes out. So two numbers for jersey number 10. So it's always cool whenever we're on the precipice of a new series. Now, I will not do I'm going to do a picker wheel for this, obviously. We have 8, 33, and 39, correct?
8, 33, and 39. Yep.
Cool. So I'll set this up. 8, 33, and 39. They already had this picker wheel set up for the jerseys, and I did not see that earlier. That's okay. So I'm looking for Shane Clements, Blake Wilkins. What's going on, BW? Justin Sharon, a relatively new guy. I know Justin's played this week for the first time. Christopher Ortwig. Nice to see Christopher back in the room. Eric Linnell, classic jersey player. And how do I know? Well, he just called out the jersey numbers. 8 and 33. And then Christopher has half the spots in this break. I'll randomize this real quick. We'll see who lands in that NFC East. Very good chance that we pull out that Lawrence Taylor here, which is, I'm sure, was the big grab for getting in this. Thank you. So box 29 will be the last one that we have. 39, excuse me. Box 39 will be the last one that we have. So 7 times around we go for this 8-spot division break. In case you are just tuning in, for the first time, you have stumbled across the greatest live sports memorabilia show on planet Earth. Ultimate Autographs, Chinmay and Rob with y'all throughout this very fun Saturday. The Speed Flex series has dominated as it should. We got a lot of other great series to talk about. I'm going to dip our toes into the Father's Day Weekend Warrior. And in case you guys are listening at home and you're like, why the hell is it a Father's Day Weekend Warrior? No, I'm not freaking you out. Father's Day just happened. Yeah. So don't freak out about ordering anything for your dad or your grandpa for tomorrow. But that's a really good series to talk about as well. So box number 8, if this is Lawrence Taylor in one of these last 2 out of 3 boxes, Christopher Ortwig is going to be a winner. He also has the NFC North, NFC West, and AFC South. Shane's one spot is in the NFC South. Eric with the box call in the AFC North. Justin in the AFC East, and Blake in that AFC West. Good luck, everybody. Oh, wow, this is an interesting one. Oh, wow, this is cool. We don't usually get this color scheme for this team.
Okay.
This is more of a throwback alternate look, speaking of throwbacks, that this team would rock. Very underrated player because these Chiefs teams weren't necessarily the best. This is the very end, or at the very beginning of Andy Reid, really a mid to late 2000s player, but a very, very good linebacker. How about Derek Johnson? Derek Johnson, I got to pull this one out, man.
Very good player.
This black, red, and gold color scheme, this is going to go to Blake Wilkins with his sniper spot in the AFC West. This is awesome, man. Rarely do I ever see this. I think the last time I saw this might have actually been a Derek Johnson jersey.
Yeah.
You got the PSA cert down at the bottom.
Cam immediately coming in saying, Blake, you want to sell that or trade that?
Great trading and selling community here. Well, Cam, looks like you were telling the truth about being a Chiefs fan earlier about getting that signed football.
Well, if you weren't, you're getting a signed football.
You're getting a signed football either way. So, really, really nice there, Derek Johnson. Again, man, this is badass. I love this. Let's see what the front looks like. Oh, how about this? Usually we get some kind of team name. We get the number on the front and the back.
Yeah. So Derek Johnson, the centerpiece of that Chiefs defense in sort of the early Alex Smith, Andy Reid days of the Chiefs. 4 straight seasons of 100+ total tackles.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
That's pretty good. How many Pro Bowls did he make out of that, or does it not say?
I can look that up specifically, but I was looking at the stats first.
Yeah, I think he's made like 3 or 4 Pro Bowls.
4-time Pro Bowler.
Yeah,
probably all 4 of those seasons.
4 straight years.
Yeah.
Well, if you're a 4-time consecutive Pro Bowler,
3 times in a row, and then skipped a year because he was injured.
Okay, so
and then 1 more Pro Bowl.
Well, probably would have been 5 straight, right? Going on that.
Probably would have been, yeah.
So if you make, let's just say, for half a decade consecutive Pro Bowls, you're one of the best at your position for half a decade.
Yeah. So the game he got injured in, he had made 4 tackles, and then immediately the following year he had 116 tackles in full season. So he probably would have been a 6-time Pro Bowler in a row.
Yeah.
5 times in a row if he had stayed healthy.
Very, very nice win.
Speaking of Derek's,
yes.
Good afternoon, Derek.
Hi, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you, DK. Which, by the way,
it's got an Aiden Hutchinson possibility.
I was just gonna
for
say,
him in that spin to win.
I was trying to think of some Lions fans that we could recruit into the room.
And golden tickets as well. Aiden Hutchinson probably not in the same box as the golden tickets.
Which, by the way, speaking of Lions lids in the locker, Derek, if you want to possibly get into that speed flex, we got a Barry Sanders waiting for you in that locker.
I believe there's also an Amon-Ra in there. Something like, but the Barry is definitely there.
You might be right. So
there's also an Amon-Ra in there, I think.
We are now down to 50% chance of getting Christopher Lawrence Taylor. If you woke up this morning, Christopher, and I told you have a 50% chance of winning Lawrence Taylor, I think you'd take it. He's also got a 50% chance naturally of winning in the break. He's got 4 of the spots.
Yeah.
Well, those chances of Christopher winning a Lawrence Taylor went from 50% down to 0%. Well, 100%. 0% chance of anybody else winning it. I'm not good at numbers. Lawrence Taylor, the greatest defensive player of all time. 1 defensive rookie of the year. Won a defensive player of the year multiple times. How about a league MVP as well? And as you like to say, good friends with Rip Camelucci.
Yeah. The most important thing is personal friend of Rip Camelucci.
Yes. We all have that distinguished honor. Yeah. He doesn't just give out that title very often. But for Lawrence Taylor and for Christopher, congratulations, guys. Really, really fun double up. So now, I'm going to go over here real quick.
Hidden Gem. Hidden Gem is the last jersey. But if we knock out that jersey, last jersey, we can move into a new jersey series. Drop a new jersey series for you guys with brand new headliners.
Very, very nice. Now, I said earlier, because I'm a big gatekeeper at heart, that I said I wasn't...
Noted gatekeeper, Rob.
Noted gatekeeper, there you go. See, Rip gets a, he gets the, you want to be friends with Rip Camelucci. I get Notorious Gatekeeper.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with that title, by the way.
Okay.
But I'm gonna open up the gate.
It does have a nice ring to it.
It really does.
Notorious Gatekeeper.
Notorious Gatekeeper.
That's like it's like an old school screen name.
If you want to do Notorious Gatekeeper, yeah. You turn on your Xbox Live. Notorious Gatekeeper 69. So I said I wasn't going to give out any hints earlier for that last jersey or one of the 2 hidden gems in the jerseys. I will now. Okay. I'll give you guys 2 hints. Anybody gets this correct by the time that jersey is open, you'll get $20 in US store credit. I'll give you guys 2 hints.
You must find the break spot to guess.
Correct. You got to be in the break spot to guess.
You got to be in the break to guess.
Correct. And again, I mean, shit, $20 off of a $31 spot, $11.
$10, yeah.
Not bad. 2 hints. This guy is a defensive player, and he is an AFC player. So, pretty easy. AFC and defensive, go ahead.
Yes, Dan, you're correct. That is from last weekend.
Correct.
Yes, it has been pushed over from last weekend, but plenty of double-up opportunities in that weekend warrior, which I'm sure Rob will talk about here in a second. My favorite one, Shaq on the basketball and Misiorowski on the baseball. But also, you can double up with the 2 dual-signed items. Emmitt Smith and Tony Dorsett dual-signed Cowboys lid, and the Guerrero dual-signed baseball. That's the coolest item that I think we've had, or that we currently have in the break room right now, the dual-signed Guerrero baseball. But some good double-ups there. You can also double up Dale Earnhardt and Rob Gronkowski in the with the Bucks and NASCAR spot. Yep, Dan, you're in that one. That is the correct one.
You are my man, indeed. And in case anybody that plays in this weekend warrior for whatever reason, your break does not close, because again, for those that are unaware, Saturday morning at 9 a.m. to Sunday night at 6 p.m., that is the
plenty
range.
Of tickets, yeah.
And where you could play.
Don't skip the tickets, yeah.
Yeah, plenty of tickets. Yeah.
Plenty of tickets. 21 tickets.
We're going to talk about 21 or, it should be 18, I guess.
18, okay.
18, yeah. So not updated on the board there. That's A-okay. Also, 13 headliners to 23 boxes. You just heard Chinmay talk about some of the double up options. We're going to go into this one in depth.
Triple up as well. It involves Donovan Mitchell, Ryan Getzlaf, and I believe Cal Ripken. I believe it's Orioles, Cavs, and
Ducks.
Ducks. Yeah.
Ryan Getzlaf.
Ripken, and Donovan Mitchell would be a triple up.
Yeah.
And then Kevin Durant and David Ortiz would be a double up.
Yeah.
Gronk and Dale Earnhardt would be a double up. But Dan wants the Gronk golden ticket double up.
Yeah. So 18 golden tickets in this series, the second highest behind the Speed Flex, which, by the way, that's getting lower and lower with every break we do. We're down to 27 there now. How about so we'll go top to bottom here.
We did unlock a wheel spin because we did that Speed Flex quad, so we will have a Chase wheel spin.
Chase wheel spin indeed. Again, 4 times your name is going to be put in there if you did participate in that quad. But again, Speed Flex, Jill got that party started up again. We're 4 spots to go in the double here. Let's get it rocking along with it. How about these Sonny Jurgensen cleats? Yes, guys, these are cleats. These are not ballroom shoes. These are not golf shoes. These are cleats. Sonny Jurgensen back in the 50s and 60s. One of the best quarterbacks of his era. Has the Hall of Fame 1982 inscription on there. Very, very cool. Right there. So Sonny Jurgensen, that is going to be on a Washington Commanders, so that'll double up with a UFC Blackhawks or a Falcons hidden gem at some point. Hopefully it does. So Chinmay just mentioned this is one of his favorite double-ups. It certainly is of mine as well. How about Shaq Daddy, the Diesel, the big Aristotle, whatever you want to refer to him as. He's got a laundry list of nicknames, and deservingly so. 4-time NBA champion. Still to this day, he should have been the first ever unanimous MVP. But some petty writer in Philadelphia decided to give Allen Iverson a first place vote there. Hey, AI won it, no one. I love AI. He's my all-time favorite hooper. But Shaq, the most dominant center in NBA history. Make no mistake about it. A guy in his first ever finals series win. Again, for those that don't remember, he got swept by the Rockets in 94. But in 2000 against the Pacers, put up a light 36-15 against the Indiana Pacers. Had one of the best, most dominant runs in NBA history on a beautiful silver Wilson basketball. Talk about a guy that knew a thing or two about being an Iron Man and had nice longevity. How about Cal Ripken Jr.? A Hall of Fame inscribed 2009 Louisville Slugger bat. Anytime that you get an inscription, guys, as you know, it is worth that much more money. Couple extra $100 put on that bad boy anytime you get a special inscription. On the Baltimore Orioles orange, if you were curating a all-time Mount Rushmore of Baltimore Orioles, he's number 1 on that list. Now, if you want to talk about Eddie Murray, Jim Palmer, amongst others, that is obviously, they're up there as well. But nobody represents the Orioles better than Cal Ripken.
Dan talking about, Dan saying in the chat, come on, guys, let's close that Weekend Warrior double. And right on cue, there's one spot bought into. So 3 spots to go now in that Weekend Warrior double. Again, plenty of double up opportunities for you folks. Dan saying Sonny is a Hall of Famer in 83. But yeah, Dan saying let's close that Weekend Warrior double out. I completely agree with him. It's been untouched for too long, and 3 to go in that double box.
Too long to wait for, man.
Yeah.
Too long to wait for on that bad boy. So, Cal Ripken coming up there. Dale Earnhardt Jr. on that NASCAR, literally mini car. Dan, you got your double up side by side here, buddy, with Dale Earnhardt Jr. And Rob Gronkowski on that Lunar Speed Flex, the guy that got up off the couch and went to go win a Super Bowl for Dan's team in 2020. Been waiting a week. Let's hope this wait you don't have to wait much longer for, Daddy Dan. That sounded weird. Vlad Guerrero Jr. and Sr. Come on, we can't have a Father's Day series without having a father-son combo, right? Again, Vladdy Jr., a $500 million man this past offseason. He's having a little bit of a power outage this year for the Blue Jays. Unfortunately, his slight slide has coincided with the Jays season up to this point, but the guy literally had one of the most dominant postseason runs in recent baseball history, and it led to the Jays nearly knocking out the evil empire in the 2-time consecutive winning LA Dodgers. And his dad wasn't too bad either, in case you're wondering. One of the best bad ball hitters of all time, one of the highest career batting averages for a Hall of Famer in recent baseball memory. Over 400 career home runs, almost double digits in Gold Gloves out in right field, and a 2004 American League MVP, the great Vladimir Guerrero Sr. Speaking of greatness, if you happen to watch Apple TV products, this game was on Apple TV last night, and my God, what a dominant performance once again. This was one of his worst starts of the year, by the way, and he still picked up the win. He had 4 walks, very uncharacteristic for the Miz, but he had 8 dominant strikeouts against their I-55 rival in the Chicago Cubs. He picked up another win last night. This guy is fully in line, Shinmei, to start the All-Star game this year in Philadelphia. He made an All-Star appearance last year through just 40 innings pitched in the first half last season. He should start the All-Star game. This kid is on his way to becoming one of the greatest of all time. Seriously, like if you don't believe me, go watch his highlights from last night. He touched nearly 106 miles an hour last night in the Miz, the second fastest fastball recorded in the StatCasting era. Just unbelievable stuff from Jacob Mizorowski. Again, that doubles up with Shaquille O'Neal. 2 physical anomalies between him and Shaq in a double up. Speaking of co-signed signatures, how about Tony Dorsett and Emmitt Smith? Very, very cool there. Really, really nice stuff from Smith and Tony Dorsett right there. Awesome, awesome stuff. You got their yards inscription too, man. Like I said, anytime you get inscriptions on that, it adds that much more value to the helmet. The 2 greatest running backs in Dallas Cowboys franchise history. Speaking of all-time greats for a franchise, Ryan Getzlaf. He's certainly up towards the top of all-time greats for Anaheim Ducks. Really nice, what would you call this? A burnt orange color jersey here. A little bit of Halloween candy corn orange right there for Ryan Getzlaf. This is licensed, by the way. Anytime you get a licensed jersey like this guy or the guy I'm about to talk about coming up next, it adds that much more value. Anytime you get a licensed one right there. So very cool for Ryan Getzlaf. And how about this, the Slim Reaper in Kevin Durant. One of the all-time greatest scorers. 5th all-time in points scored. Hey, the guy passed Michael Jordan this past year for points scored. You got to be pretty good to pass Mike on anything all time.
The guy's pretty good on the Twitter burner accounts too.
Yeah, the burner accounts.
Accounts not included with the jersey.
He might not be so nice to his teammates behind the scenes, but one thing we all know he's good at, putting ball in a hoop. 4-time scoring champion, 2014 league MVP. Kevin Durant, one of the all-time greatest players in NBA history. All 3 secondary headliners remain. Donovan Mitchell, David Ortiz, and Hulk Hogan. We talked about the triple-up possibility there. Cal Ripken, Ryan Getzlaf, and Donovan Mitchell. If you're lucky enough, you can get a quad up with the Supersonics. Maybe Detlef Schrempf, Sean Kemp, Gary Payton. All guys we've seen on Supersonics items here in the UA Live break room. So, we get any orders coming in the last couple of minutes?
Saw an order in on that Weekend Warrior double, so the Weekend Warrior 3 to go. We should be able to knock that out here by the end of this show, hopefully. The reason I'm smiling is because the results from yesterday in the World Cup, Cape Verde is going to make it now. Qualified to the round of 32 as the second team out of their group. Spain obviously won the group, but Cape Verde with 3 draws was able to qualify as the second place team. And there's a whole article about it. And, we've talked about maybe how like FIFA with a 48 team World Cup is kind of getting more money and there's kind of a financial grab. And we talked about the price of attending a game and whatnot. And Cape Verde's run is probably going to end against Argentina in the round of 32. But this is a quote, and this is like the most athlete quote that you like. This is the most sports athlete quote that I've ever seen from like a major underdog.
Okay.
So, it's Cape Verde player talking about qualifying because they're one of the smallest countries in the World Cup. They've now qualified, and they're the smallest country to qualify for a knockout game in World Cup history.
Oh, okay.
So it's like Cape Verde's run will likely end against Argentina, and this guy's quoting. He said, "Obviously, this is a special moment, but still, the ball is round, and you can see when we played against Spain and Uruguay, we draw. So why not?" There's no such. That is a sports quote.
The ball is still round.
That is a sports quote from an athlete, if I've ever seen one.
That's really
and
sick.
He's 100% correct.
Do you know what the population is of Cape Verde?
Yeah, it said in this article here, the Cape Verde population is around 530,000.
Wow.
Around.
Damn, that's crazy, bro.
You put like 4 or 5 Chicago suburbs together, and that's the population of Cape Verde.
Yeah, I mean, shit, even just the even the population of Chicago itself is about 3 million. So, dude, that's nuts.
And the other thing that
shout out to them, man.
Bill Connolly, who's also Mizzou made. So shout out to Bill for writing this article. Eric Linnell for the last jersey, he's guessing Curly Culp.
It's a great guess.
Great guess.
Again,
although I believe
buy into the jersey single, your guess will count, $20 off. Somebody's gonna walk away, by the way, if they get a guess correct.
Oh, you did
for
say
$11.
you did say AFC. Okay.
AFC defensive player.
You did say AFC.
So that qualifies.
Yeah, you did say AFC. I will say, so Bill Connolly, shout out Mizzou made to Bill for writing this article, and I 100% agree that like we can criticize FIFA for the sort of setup of this tournament and the financial incentives that they have, but the benefits of an expanded tournament is a story like Cape Verde getting to make the knockout round,
for sure,
or a story like Curacao getting a draw against Ecuador and what it means for them, or Congo potentially making the knockout round,
for sure.
So like they may not. This is like soccer's version of March Madness. Like these teams are probably not going to win the tournament.
Yeah,
but these are like the stories that happened because we expanded the World Cup field.
Yeah, what was that? Oh man, oh god, the NCAA a couple of years ago. What was that guy's name? Doug. Forgot what school he was from, but I think he was a 15 or 16.
Oh yeah. From St. Peter's.
From St. Peter's, yeah, the St. Peter's run.
I'll find it.
That they had, yeah. It was Doug something, yeah.
Doug Edert,
Doug Edert, yeah. And then what was that Baltimore school that won his
UMBC
that won a couple of years ago too. So especially now with the NCAA March Madness expected to be expanded too, right? For what they have. Yep. So again, that's a great story. That's why we love sports, right? Sports wouldn't be fun if Goliath won all the time. So.
Seeing some interesting action here on the break page.
Okay.
We are 4 to go in that Weekend Warrior quad.
Really?
So we are 4 to go in the Weekend Warrior quad, and 3 to go in that Weekend Warrior double.
Did Dan put on his big boy pants?
It was not Dan. It was our guy Tom Madera, who normally plays in the minis.
Let's go.
But there are no minis on the site.
Tommy boy.
So he figured the Weekend Warrior was the place to get into. So 4 to go in the Weekend Warrior quad.
Nice.
3 to go in the Weekend Warrior double.
Okay, so real quick, I do want to talk about the superstar reps.
Yeah.
Because they are filled with superstars, yet they're vastly underrated.
Mm-hmm.
You and I both agree on that. I'm going to talk about that real quick. And then I also want to give you guys back a little something special. So, not like that. 9 headliners and 15 boxes. Again, 63 on the single, 126 for the double, and 252 on the quad. To echo Shannon Buffington, great value. No doubt about it. LaDainian Tomlinson, please help out Chinmay in his mental state. go get LaDainian Tomlinson. Preferably in this right here.
My heart.
Yeah. For LaDainian Tomlinson right there.
The brain cannot be fixed.
But the heart can.
The heart can be fixed.
The heart wants what it wants, and give Chinmay what he wants. I certainly would settle for this Ray Lewis on this royal purple red-eyed Raven. Absolutely gorgeous. They debuted these helmets last season on Thanksgiving night. That was the Bengals and Ravens, unfortunately.
Again, someone walks in and sees that in your house. They're not going. The first thing they're not going to say is that's a rep helmet.
Yeah,
it's the first thing that they're not going to say.
It's gorgeous,
and honestly, they might not even say that. Like, that might not even be one of the first 10 things that they say.
Yeah, and if anybody walks into your house and tries to dish you for having a rep instead of an authentic or speed flex, you know what you do? You show them the door.
You can double up that Ray Lewis with the Jamar Chase.
Right next door.
That doubles up as 2 AFC North hits.
And not just any Jamar Chase, the retro Jamar Chase. Absolutely gorgeous. And again, we don't know how much longer we're going to continue to carry retro products. We've had them for a little over 2 months. We hope we can carry them year-round. But again, a lot of stuff like this is very seasonal. Shannon
there are
said,
a few other double ups. LT, LaDainian and Terrell Davis is a double up.
Boom.
And Troy Aikman and George Pickens would likely be a double up.
Yeah, George Pickens is definitely going to be on a Cowboy. We haven't had George on Steelers items for quite a long time. Want to know how I know? Hey. Hey, George. What's up, buddy? Good to see George back here. This was a hidden gem, one in that speed flex quad.
Yep.
Some other names to talk about. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the sun god on that beautiful Honolulu blue base color. How about this? Little Stevie Southpaw makes another appearance. He's a speed flex, not only in that speed flex series, he's also got a rivalry speed flex in the first down that we showed as well. So 3 Steve Youngs in the break room. A guy that we saw in between shows, Alex Needling, his all-time favorite player, shows up 3 times. Unfortunately, Alex, because of contractual obligations, cannot play in the break room. Same with the rest of us. And Drew Brees. Come on, man. Don't let Drew breeze by you here in the break room. The most underrated quarterback of all time, which is crazy to say considering he's second all-time in passing touchdowns and passing yards.
Yeah.
One-time Super Bowl champion. You and I have talked about this on air. I echo the same sentiment with him and Aaron Rodgers. The fact that both of those guys are going to finish off their careers with only 1 ring is an absolute travesty. Their primes are as good as anybody's in NFL history, in my opinion. So for them to only get 1 ring and each only play in 1 Super Bowl is even more alarming. So some of the all-time greats. I need some Raven and Bengals love. Hopefully you got it there, Shan. Donna, long time no see. What's going on, Donna? Hey, I've been watching. Okay. I purchased a pick for nice.
Junior Seau. Interesting. I haven't seen a Junior Seau
in a long time. But hey, maybe that's what's hiding in there.
It's possible.
That's a very, very good guess, Don. Appreciate you again. The guesses are free.
Yeah.
But for your guests to matter and count, you got to get in that final jersey single.
She's in.
Oh, she is?
Yeah,
okay, very cool.
Yeah, she's in.
Perfect. Thank you, Donna. Much appreciated. Good to see you.
Yeah, she said she purchased a pick for the jersey.
Awesome. Thank you, Donna. Appreciate it. So one last go around on that jersey because I do want to get this in for you guys really quick because you guys have been awesome for Chinmay and I this morning. Great 9 a.m. show. Really great noon show as well. Because that jersey single, I believe, is going to be 6 to go. Very, very cool. 6 to go. Thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this up for you guys really quick. This is not gonna be one of my longest discounts I've ever done, but I do want to run a really, really cool flash sale for you guys. So we're at about 1:33 Central Standard Time.
We should be able to knock out either the quad or the double in this Weekend Warrior.
Okay.
The quad is 4 to go. The double is 3 to go. I think we should be able to at least knock out one of those.
Well, I'm gonna give something that's gonna help out one particular spot there that you brought up. I'm gonna do a little 15-minute kaleidoscope timer. Does the kaleidoscope mean anything? No, I just like the patterns. Very pretty colors. Or maybe like a diamond shape. I think that's supposed to be a diamond. But looks like a kaleidoscope, so that'll do. So starting now, because I don't want to mince words here, next 15 minutes, every single double is going to be $15 off.
Okay.
Every single double that we have. So that is from the Speed Flex to the Superstar to the first down to the Spin to Win, and of course the Weekend Warrior. So it's 5 separate series that qualify. 15% off for 15 minutes, guys. That'll
$15, right?
15%
Oh,
off.
15%. Okay,
for the next 15 minutes.
You said $15 first.
No.
But now it's 15%.
Oh, that's just cruel if I did that.
Okay, yeah.
That's just cruel.
Okay, 15% off. All right.
Correct. Thank you. Thank you. See, I appreciate you listening. Thank you. Checking my P's and Q's. So again, once a spot is purchased, however many are, we'll do the math right then and there. That's a lot to crunch the numbers. But please make this count. I know you and Ripper coming up at 3. Then Joe and Ripper scheduled for 6.
Yeah.
So again, I don't know what timers or what discounts they may or may not run. So again, please take advantage while you can. So
I think we can call this Kaleidoscope Diamonds.
That's sick. Kaleidoscope Diamonds. Yeah. It sounds like something a jeweler would try to say to me if I was like looking at engagement rings. So look at this beautiful kaleidoscope diamond, Rob. You need to purchase this now. Be like, oh, okay.
I only need the price point. I don't need the info of what it is.
Just
need the price point.
Show me the dollar amount.
Show me the dollar amount.
I was like, all these diamonds look the same. Show me the dollar amount, please.
That's something that you say to yourself internally. That's something that you don't say out loud.
Jazz isn't listening. It's okay. It's all right.
That's a thought you keep to yourself.
That's definitely it's fine. I'll be expecting a phone call here any second if she did hear that. So, 27 golden tickets in this Speed Flex autograph series here, guys. Again, Jill got things restarted in the double. We not opened the show necessarily, but about in the first half an hour, we did an amazing job in that quad. Still 27 golden tickets, and look. The possibilities are truly endless here. The AFC West still can double up with that Tony Gonzalez right there with the 4 tickets. 4 tickets get you a lot of items in that locker. Also with the Tony Gonzalez Speed Flex, the really nice Chiefs gold signature there. Really, really cool. You know, Steve Young does not have any tickets that can double up with him. But again, guys, this is Steve Young on a Speed Flex worth a lot of coin. Ray Lewis, one of the greatest defenders of all time in the AFC North, does not go with any tickets, but you know who does? Adrian freaking Peterson with 9 golden tickets, guys. This is the elite double up you want to go after. Any World Cup plays for today?
Yeah, I'm scouring a little bit. I think Austria as a double chance contender. So what double chance means for those who are not as well versed, basically you're picking 2 results, right? So there are 3 possible results on a 90-minute soccer moneyline game. It's either the 2 teams or a draw. So for Austria double chance, which basically means you're taking Austria and a draw as your 2 results, the odds are actually not available right now on FanDuel. Let me see if DraftKings is doing that. Because
they know what's going to happen.
Because Austria was a plus money favorite on the money line. Is a plus money favorite on the money line. And Austria can advance with a draw. So I'm gonna take a look here. I'm gonna see
who do they play?
They play Algeria.
Algeria, okay.
Okay, so Austria double chance. These odds are actually a lot worse than I thought they would be. Minus 340. That's a big number.
That's a lot of juice. Yeah.
I would probably like parlay that with something. I think I would probably say under 2.5 goals. So under 2.5 goals and Austria double chance. That 2-leg parlay is going to be minus 180. That's a little more palatable.
Yeah. So
that would be my play. On the Austria-Algeria game, which is at night. I would also say over 2.5 goals, or I'm actually going under 2.5 goals in Colombia-Portugal. I know both teams have a lot of firepower up front. I actually think that's going to be more of a defensive game than people expect. So I'm going to go under 2.5 goals for Colombia and Portugal.
So I like again, I'm kind of speaking out of my ass here in terms of World Cup knowledge, but I'm assuming your thought process for the Algeria and Austria game is because Austria can advance even with a draw.
Yeah.
So if they go up early, then they just play keep away.
Yeah.
For basically the whole game.
Yeah, they play possession.
2.5.
They play possession. They don't even really need to score. It could be a 0-0 draw.
Yeah.
They play possession. They keep Algeria away. Algeria is going to have to push for the goal because they need a W to advance, whereas Austria can advance with a win or a draw.
See, ball knower, man.
Ball knower.
Ball
Notorious
knower.
gatekeeper and ball knower.
You know what? There's a difference between knowing ball and knowing break room. If you guys want to know the break room best, again, under 10 minutes, 15% off all double spots across the webpage. And Dan said we still have 18 tickets left, 3 spots in that Weekend Warrior double.
Let's do it.
That is applicable to this discount, of course. 3 to go in that double. Dan, If you want to push the envelope a little bit, my friend, 15% off from $256. That's going to net you $38 back. Do we got our first double buy-in?
We do have a double on the first down. First down double.
Nice. Okay, so let's see where that is right now. And that first down double is currently priced at $224. So who got that spot?
That was Jill Labovitz.
Thank you, Jilly Bean.
Or Labovitz.
So it's going to be $34 back.
All right, $34 back.
So $34 back. So she just got that double spot for $190. Just got that double for $190. And what is she looking to double up? Look, we don't have an NFC South to go along with Tom Brady, but it's Tom freaking Brady. Again, this is getting in the ballpark between $2,500 and $3,000. So, I mean, that alone, she can win that for $190 outright. Pretty wild.
Den talking about England covering 3.5 goal spread against Panama. Even against Panama, I think that's ambitious. I think England will kind of call off some of the dogs if they go up early. They've already secured the top spot in the group, I believe. Or actually, though, they do need a win.
Go big or go home.
They need they need a draw at least, I believe.
England?
Yeah, England. Oh no. They need a win to secure the top spot. They need a win to secure the top spot in the group. Yeah, I think you might be right actually, Dan, because they're tied with Ghana for points, and they only have 1 goal ahead of Ghana on goal differential. So actually, yeah, maybe England might not call off the dogs. I think that's an ambitious one personally. I would go -2.5 at some less juicy numbers, but -3.5 is not a bad shout there against a Panama team that is going to be out of the cup.
And in case you guys are wondering when you guys can tune into these World Cup games, if you've been religiously watching the tournament, I'm sure you already do.
Yeah.
Croatia and Ghana, one of the teams that Chinmay just loaded to, getting kicked off at 4 o'clock Central Time. Again, all these numbers
England,
are Central
Panama
Time.
also at 4. So
yeah,
similar to NFL games in the final weeks. The last group games are played together. So you, in case there's a possibility where you need to know need results from the other. Yeah. There's things that you can get here. But Jared is asking about the timer.
7 minutes to go, Jared Bear. Get out that credit or debit card. Every single double that you see on the break page is 15% off. So stop what you're doing. Put down the lawnmower. Leave the hot pockets in the microwave for a few more minutes. Get your wallet out. Take advantage of the 15% off for this double.
Good suggestion from Den as well. Use that store credit to jump into the jersey break.
Just like what? That's an awesome suggestion.
Yeah.
So Jill, with the 34 she got back.
Yeah, that's a jersey spot.
It's a free jersey spot. Yeah, to close that out, and you'll not only do yourself a favor by potentially winning. Again, 40 new boxes will be entered into the break room. Then usually for the jerseys, we usually get anywhere between 18 to 21 photoed headliners.
Yeah.
I don't know what it looks like yet.
I think it'll probably be closer to 18. I think it's 18 headliners in the 40 boxes.
Yeah, so again, really, really nice stuff there. So real quick, while we got the doubles, let's see if we can go through some doubles really quickly across all series that are applicable, which should be 5. So we'll start off with the Speed Flex here really quick. Tony Gonzalez and the AFC West tickets. Adrian Peterson and the NFC North 9 tickets. That, to me, is the most elite level double up across every single series, guys. I know $460 might look like a little bit of a daunting price point for you guys, but to do the exact math at home so y'all don't have to do it, that is $69 on the dot. So you will be getting that break for less than $400, guys, to get into that Speed Flex. Please do that now. It will not be cheap as that for the rest of the day. 242 on this double for the spin to win. This is another elite double up. Ashton Genty and Patrick Mahomes on the Eclipse. Combined value is probably over $3,000 for those two combined.
Probably more than that.
So again, you also get 5 golden tickets for a top spot draw once the series concludes if you are in those entries. Jill Abovitz has 2 spots currently. Dan Jobin has the other. Again, 15% off of this one right here. Jill just got in that. She got $34 back.
Yeah.
First down, or was that the first down? No, that was the first down she got into.
She got into the first down.
She got into the first down. So 242 out of 15% there. That's going to net you $36 back. So $2 more back on that. 34 back here on the first down. For the doubles in here, you got George. How about this triple up, though? Again, still getting the double. That's totally fine. George Kittle, Isaac Bruce on the retro, and Steve Young on the rivalry Speed Flex. That is elite right there. Let's see what else we got across the board. Might be it. Yeah, that might be it for the rest of those ones there, because Tom Brady, NFC South, Jamar Chase, AFC North, LaDainian Tomlinson, AFC West, Champ Bailey, NFC East, and Devon Achane, AFC East. So still an elite double up there, or triple up, I should say, in that first down series. Sorry, guys. Just trying to get through this as quickly as we can here. Again, the Father's Day weekend warrior, I think, is the most realistic of getting our close here. Again, $256, 15% off of this. Again, if you go to checkout, you will not see the discount applied there. You are getting the discount in store credit.
We are giving you the discount.
$38 back. So we're getting pretty relatively low for getting in this spot for close to $200. 3 spots left to go here. And the double ups that we got across the board, we have the Shaq basketball and the Mizorowski baseball. We have the Earnhardt car and the Gronkowski Lunar Speed Flex. We have the Cal Ripken Hall of Fame inscribed bat with the Getzlav jersey and the Donovan Mitchell secondary headliner. And then we have the Kevin Durant jersey for the Rockets with the David Ortiz. And we also have the dual signed Cowboys with the dual signed Guerreros. Yep, and then also...
Dan Jobbitt just got a spot in the Weekend Warrior.
Let's go, Daddy Dan. So that's going to be... I just had it pulled up here.
And Jill got a spot in the Speed Flex double. So Speed Flex double was, you said 69 on the dot?
And then the Weekend Warrior is 38.
Okay.
So 38 for Dan Job at 69. Very nice. On the dot for Jill Labovitz. I also forgot the WWE for Hulk Hogan. He also goes with the Mizorowski and Shaq.
Yeah.
How about that? So whenever we get a WWE, dude, I'm not saying this all the time, but there's a chance we could get a belt. Just saying, there's a chance we could get a belt in there for Hulk Hogan. We've seen it before. That's my last play monies today, Dan. You've done your part.
2 to go in that Weekend Warrior double.
Yeah, let's help out Dan, man. He's been waiting since the last weekend for this. Let's not torture Dan anymore. Guys, you're torturing yourself.
We did have a spin to win double as well.
Awesome.
So spin to win, what's that price point?
Let me see right there, my friend. I'm gonna go back to my trusty calculator. The spin to win is $242. That's $36.
Yep. Cool,
$36. Cool. So who got that?
That was Richard Edmonds.
Richard Edmonds. Okay, very nice. Any relation to Jim at all? I would love to get... Have we ever had Jim Edmonds in the break room? I don't think so. I don't think I've ever seen him. By the way, one of those underrated big threes in MLB history, Pujols, Edmonds, and Roland. God damn, were they good. Y'all spin to win players, stay away from my 5 tickets. Dan will try to keep them hot and ready for you. But again, like Chinmay said, 4 to go on the quad, 2 to go in that Weekend Warrior double. Yeah. We started off hot. We started off with a jersey prefill and a Speed Flex quad.
We have another spin to win double. So spin to win double was what?
36.
36, okay.
Okay, so that should be 5 to go then. 5 to go. Yeah, 5 to go there. Guys, that is the only series up on the webpage that has a prize at the end of it. 5 golden tickets are on the line. Again, Dan has got 1 spot. Jill has 2 for the 5 ticket entries. That is a top spot draw that we do at the conclusion of that series. This is what I want to get into, though. I'm going to steal what our fearless leader Common likes to say in terms of bougie. He's a very bougie man.
1 minute left on that countdown.
1 minute left.
1 minute left on that countdown.
I want to get the rich stuff. And again, you're getting a discount. You're getting $69 off this double, guys, and under $400 buy-in. Won't be this low for the rest of the day. 9 headliners, 14 boxes. Again, me and Chin may have talked about at length the elite double ups. Gonzalez and the 4 tickets, Adrian Peterson and the 9 tickets. And even if you don't get any of the headliners, dude, the hidden gems have been nuts.
Yeah.
All day long. Every single Speed Flex you see up here has been a hidden gem in that series. Michael Vick from the last show, Sauce Gardner, and George Pickens from this show. We've seen some rookie first-round selections and D'Angelo Pons, and it was Akeem what?
Minka Fitzpatrick.
And
rookie was Akeem Mesidor.
Akeem Mesidor, yeah. 22nd overall selected edge rusher for the Los Angeles Chargers this year. And who else did we see? Of course, Brock Bowers.
Brock Bowers
earlier was a hidden gem. So, unfortunately, guys, the alarm has sounded.
That's going to do it.
That's going to
do it for the 15% off. Doesn't mean you can still buy into spots.
Yeah, exactly. Can still buy into spots.
Just won't get the discount.
So we are going to have
in that Father's Day Weekend Warrior double.
Yeah, so we are going to have that Chase wheel spin for the Speed Flex.
We will have Chase wheel spin.
Unless we end up making some massive movements in that Speed Flex. Again, the closest we have is 6 to go in that double. I'm going to close that at about 155.
Yeah.
Give or take.
That sounds fair.
So I'm going to, because again, and rightfully so, this is a much more important sport this time of the year. Chinmay got ourselves into that the FIFA World Cup. Hell, it's once every 4 years.
Yeah.
But I got to catch y'all up on the diamond. Okay. Going to catch you guys up on some diamond action really quick here, and then we're going to talk about maybe some divisions, because we're right now at or just a skosh past the halfway point of the baseball season, which is crazy, by the way. We're halfway through. So now we're starting to figure out, we're at the end of June. In about a week and a half, we're going to be at the All-Star break. As soon as the All-Star break hits, Chinmay, trades are going to start to happen. The Cubs already made a minor trade for David Peterson.
Yep, saw that.
For the Mets,
Yeah.
so he's actually going to get his first Cubs start today against the Milwaukee Brewers. Good luck with that. So let's talk about some stuff around the diamond really quick. Probably the best rivalry in baseball, Red Sox and Yankees. Early action today. The Red Sox are looking to take this series from the Bronx Bombers. They're up 4-1 right now in the 7th. The Tigers, come on, Houston. Detroit up 6-4 against Houston. How about this? Framber Valdez making his first start against his prior team. Kind of getting tossed around a little bit, but the offense has definitely been there for Detroit today. We got a lot of afternoon action. The Rangers and Jays, Reds, Pirates, Phillies, Mets. Royals and White Sox looking to give BTA in back-to-back days. Diamondbacks and Rays, Nationals, Orioles got a nice little East Coast rivalry right there. Mariners and Guardians, both teams kind of at 500, both looking to figure out, are we division contenders? Are we wild card contenders? Cubs and Brewers, the I-55 series, Rockies, Twins, Marlins, Cards, two awesome surprises. By the way, want to give out a quick shout out to their assistant hitting coach, a guy that used to be my roommate as a broadcaster.
Wow,
Shout out to Corbin Day. Corbin, I love you, my man. Just talked to Corbin yesterday. Again, a guy that crazy. He's on a major league coaching staff. One of the smartest baseball guys that I know. Dodgers and Padres, Braves and Giants, and then the Athletics and the Angels playing tonight. So I do want to talk about briefly what the standings look like at this point of the year. Unless anything is going on in the break page, of course. Because I did see an order
come in, and it looks like it's going to be a first down double. First down double. So I believe we are
4 or 5?
I think we're 6 to go. Yeah, 6 to go in that first down double.
6 to go on that first down double. Thank you guys for that. I'll get back into the break page for probably one last run through. Again, if you want to make any headway and get into that chase wheel spin spot, you got 3 minutes to close out a Speed Flex series. So, across baseball, how about this? The New York Yankees have been red hot as of late. They have a 1-game lead on the Tampa Bay Rays in that American League East. It's pretty much a two-headed race as of right now. The Jays, Orioles, and Red Sox nearly 10-plus games back. How about this? The little engine that could, the Chicago White Sox, after 3 straight 100-plus loss seasons. Who would have thought this? Probably the best story in baseball this year. June 27th, they have a game lead on the Cleveland Guardians in the American League Central. And again, the team, or I should say the division that nobody seemingly wants to win in, the Seattle Mariners at 42-41 have a game-and-a-half lead on the Athletics and the Texas Rangers, respectively. The Astros are only 2.5 back, and the Angels are the Angels. They just fired their longtime general manager and Perry Maniseman yesterday afternoon. A lot of firings going on around baseball. Carlos Mendoza got canned, the Mets manager, yesterday morning. Speaking of the National League East, the Braves with a 4-game lead on the Philadelphia Phillies. The Phillies have been on a tear since firing their manager early in the year, and Rob Thompson. NL Central, the Brewers are pulling away. 7.5-game lead on the Chicago Cubs. They gained a full game of ground yesterday. They look to do more so today. Speaking of great baseball stories, man, how about the Washington Nationals and the St. Louis Cardinals? The Nats have kind of fallen back down to earth. They have lost 4 consecutive games. They're a game under 500. But how about those Cards, man? They were widely considered to be a last-place team going into a rebuild. They're 5 games over 500.
Yep, half game out of that wild card spot.
Yep, they have lost 3 in a row, unfortunately, but they have been a great story as well. And the National League Dodgers. You can't even call it the West. The Dodgers dominating the West again. The Padres are 8 games back. Let's be honest, every other team is playing for a wild card spot there. So, we're kind of talking about really fun surprises and stories. Give me, relative to expectations, a team in the American, a team in the National League that you've been pleasantly surprised by so far this year.
Team in the American League that I've been pleasantly surprised by is here.
Do it.
Right here. The Chicago White Sox are somehow contending for the AL Central title. It's been a long, long climb back. For the White Sox fans who have stuck through that, I applaud you. For the White Sox fans who abandoned ship like me, I may come back in a little bit. Well, I may come to a few games.
We're extending the olive branch.
I'm not fully back in on fandom yet, but I'll come to a few games. I'll take in some baseball action.
Hop on, homie. Hop on the wagon
over this summer. So it's definitely the White Sox in the AL. In the NL, I think I'm going to have to go with the Atlanta Braves. I thought they'd be good.
It's a good one, yeah.
Thought they'd be good. I did not think they would be this good because of some of their injury history and the injuries that they had at the beginning of the year to start things off. But they got on an absolute tear at the beginning of the year, and I think that they have jumped out and become a true contender, which they were if everyone was healthy. But again, so they had some injuries at the beginning of the year. They overcame that. What I want to see, though, what I really want to see, and I don't know what the package is going to look like or what this team has to offer. I want the Philadelphia Phillies to call the Los Angeles Angels and see if Mike Trout is available.
I would hope so, man. Jeez.
I want to see if that happens. Mike Trout, Philadelphia area guy, longtime Eagles fan, has never demanded a trade, has never asked for a trade, but the Angels aren't winning anything. The Phillies are contending for a World Series. They're in a tight wild card race. They're probably not going to catch the Braves in the AL East, but they definitely feel like they need some. They can add more. They can always add more power to their lineup. Having Bryce Harper and Mike Trout on the same team would be insane, and I just want the Phillies to inquire. I don't know if they have the assets to make it happen.
I'm sure they do,
but get Mike Trout to a contending team. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, a guy that's only played 3 career postseason games.
Mike Trout and Tariq Skubal both need to be on a contending team.
The most directionless franchise, not just maybe in MLB, but maybe all of sports, is the Los Angeles Angels. Now, Trout does have a full no-trade clause, and he's got a boat ton of money to be owed on that contract. But if you would assume a place that he would waive that no-trade clause for, it'd be his hometown.
Yeah. So
in Philadelphia. So I love that idea. The Phillies, by the way, have been an excellent surprise post-firing Rod Thompson, but I love those picks. Going with my White Sox, of course, and the Braves. So the Braves have definitely been dominant. I had the Phillies winning the division going into the year, but the Braves, man, have been tremendous.
Yeah, the Phillies and the Mets had made some moves, and they're big payroll. Yeah. And the Braves were kind of overlooked in that division, but they've exploded out of the gate.
If Shohei Ohtani didn't exist, I'd probably say Matt Olson is a top leading MVP candidate for the Braves. Yeah. He has been very much up there. Chris Sale, a top Cy Young contender this year. Shout out to my boy CS49. Love my boy Chris Sale forever and ever. I really hope he goes into the Hall of Fame with a White Sox hat. I doubt it, though. He might try to tear it up. Two surprises for me. I got to go with the Tampa Bay Rays in the American League.
They've been good.
Unbiasedly, I got to go with the Tampa Bay Rays. They're working their damn devil magic again. Lowest payroll year in and year out. Nobody goes to see their games. But Tampa Bay, super, super smart analytically, very inclined organization. They were the first franchise that started using the opener. Now every single team in Major League Baseball uses it to some capacity. Again, they just find and develop players. Jonathan Aranda, Junior Caminero, Chandler Simpson, Drew Rasmussen. Like, they find these diamond gems for their organization, and they just get the most out of every single one of their players. I don't know how deep of a run they can make in the American League, which, by the way, the American League, if you're just tuning in, has been dog shit all year. It's been a very, very poor league this year, no doubt about it. A lot of teams at or under 500. Hence why the Yankees are probably the prohibited favorites to come out of the American League based on what they're doing. But I love the Tampa Bay Rays and what they're doing. Shout out to a small market team thriving. In the National League, absolutely love your pick for the Braves. I agree. I think the only thing holding back the Braves was health. But even with that being said, they've kind of missed Ronald Acuna for the last number of weeks. But they've been at full health for the most part. But I love the St. Louis Cardinals. The St. Louis Cardinals, again, relative to expectations, do I think they're going to contend for the NL Central? Absolutely not. But because I think the Brewers are a step above them, but I think they can compete for a wild card spot. Yeah. They've had a lot of young pitching that's really come up and thrived for them, that have really come through with their development. But the young hitting, Jordan Walker has finally figured it out. Again, a sleeper MVP candidate for them for the St. Louis Cardinals. A lot of great young talent for that team. JJ Weatherholt, as a top prospect has really panned out as their full-time second baseman. He's coming to his own early in this year. So just a really fun baseball story. I love baseball because it's the most unpredictable sport to have, sleepers and risers. So it's been really fun to see a team like that thrive. Pittsburgh is right in that ilk. Yeah. They've been playing 500 ball, but I really love seeing what they've done as well. So Donna, what's going on, girl? She said, explain the golden tickets. What can be purchased? Well, that's a wonderful question. I'll show you that really quick, guys. It's actually gone at 2 o'clock, so we'll get to the Chase wheel spin here. But Donna, I'm just going to send this link to you really quick. A lot of series with a lot of golden tickets in them. So essentially, these golden tickets are currency. If you win an item in the break room, and you can easily check, they're actually included next to every series by the headliners. You can see how many are in there. So I'll drop this link for you so you can read up on the description. These golden tickets get you into the locker. The locker is the first time in Ultimate Autographs history that you can actually go in and handpick your own unique, rare, eccentric items. They are all full-sized helmets in there, and they are some of the rarest, most highly valued items that we have in the entire room. So if you end up earning golden tickets, the bare minimum to get yourself in there is 3. Donna's been playing here for a while. She definitely meets the prerequisite from being a practice squad member.
If you're a practice squad collector status or higher, and you're signed into your UA account, you'll be able to access the locker link, which is on the UA, the top of the UA page.
Yeah. So Donna, please go check that out.
You can see what items are there, how many tickets it is to redeem each item.
So I dropped the link for the golden tickets descriptor. Again, if anybody wants to figure out what that is, right below the golden tickets in the series, it's the one I clicked on. It says, what are golden tickets? Yeah. And then the locker I sent the link to as well. So you can go check that out and see, oh, I want to go get so-and-so player. Now you know.
Let me go get the golden tickets in this series.
Now you need to go. And for example, Weekend Warrior 18, 27 left in the Speed Flex series, 3 to go on the first down, 2 to go on the spin to win. Really, every single series, not named the reps or the jerseys, has golden tickets. So, guys, I got 36 different combinations of names from that wonderful quad in the Speed Flex, or 32, I should say. My apologies, I can't count. 32 different combinations of names. We're going 7 times around. Who is going to be our 12 o'clock Chase Wheel Spin winner? Joe Gallagher, a little BD Thunder from the Down Under, our Romeoville resident. Way to go, JG. Congratulations, buddy. If you're still tuned in out there, let me know what number you'd like to start on. You know how the shindig goes by now. So while we give Joe a couple of moments here, Chinmay, we only got 2 hits of the show contenders, unfortunately, but 2 great ones. Yeah. Mike Vick was from the last show. Sauce and George, who you picking?
Sauce is number 1. Sauce is number 2. Pickens is number 1. Be a great matchup to have Sauce and Pickens go at each other. For a full game. But I'm going to go Sauce at 2. I'm going to go George Pickens at number 1. That visor with that helmet is clean.
Because they play in 2 different conferences, don't know if the Colts and Cowboys match up, but they both play in domed stadiums. Yeah. That would be really, really fun to watch for sure. I'm going to copy and paste with you there because we don't get to see Sauce a whole lot. However, the George Pickens visor that we have talked about at length.
Cowboys at Colts.
Absolutely gorgeous. Really?
Yep.
Nice. Yep. Nice. When is that matchup?
Week 9, Cowboys at Colts. Hopefully Pickens and Sauce are able to play.
We will go back and replay the show live for you guys if both guys are healthy for that matchup. So haven't heard anything from Mr. Gallagher. That's A-okay. Now, unfortunately, we did not close out the wild card series, which is still 4 spots with James Cook. So this is not a ×2 for Joe, just a standard wheel spin. But you know what they say? Some money is better than no money.
Yep.
Joe, baby, good luck to you, my man. Hopefully I can spin a high number for you. And you know what? It's one of the higher numbers that you can get in terms of odds. 54. 54. So it's
you're in the upper 50%.
Yeah.
Of where you could be.
Upper percentile indeed. Brian Urlacher number for Joe Gallagher, $54 to close out the show. So Chinmay, and to everybody else out there, that is going to wrap things up. Chinmay is going to be back for his 3rd act, the trilogy, if you will, coming up with Rick Camelucci. He'll be back on that side for the 3 o'clock hour. For everybody that tuned in for breakfast and lunch with us here on Saturday, June the 27th, we appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys for a very exciting show. I'm going to go try to see if my Shy Sox can go win a series. I'm going to go stuff my face with some Portillo's.
All right.
I already got my lunch plans figured out. So, guys, hopefully you stuff your bellies with some items. In the Weekend Warrior, 18 golden tickets remaining there. A lot of great ratios. 27 left in that Speed Flex as well. Great ratios there. First down, 3 golden tickets. Awesome ratios there. We can get a prize if you guys clear out that spin to win series. Get that done for Chinmay and Rip coming up at 3 o'clock. And, of course, close out the wild card and the jerseys, each with 1 box remaining in each of those. So any final thoughts, dude?
It's been a phenomenal show. Hope to keep it going at 3 p.m. here. It looks like Cam has a question, though.
Fire away.
So, we'll stay on to answer this.
Hit me with your best shot, Cam, when you got home slice. So, again, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Make sure to share this. We are live for 32 shows throughout the week. Every single day we are live 9, 12, 3, and 6. Ask Common to sign my football if you would.
Yeah, we'll leave it out.
I'll make sure to give him a shout from one Kansas City fan to another.
Yeah,
we'll make sure to make a note there before we ship that out.
Happen. We'll make that happen.
Get them all to sign it. Yeah, we can see what we can do.
We'll see what we can do.
We do not ship on weekends. We are one of the few guys here on staff here on the weekend. So by tomorrow, we can get the Sunday. By the Monday crew, I should say. We can see how many we can get.
We'll figure out what
Frankie, too. Yeah. Okay, sounds good. So, guys, make sure to tune in for the rest of the day. That's Chinmay. This has been Rob. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Eat those vegetables. Do not talk to strangers. And I will see you on the other side.